Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marquee Gaming today. Good to see everybody in the chat. Thank you, Bardic, for 28 months, too. My goodness, thank you so much. So kind of you. Yeah, if you want to ask for followers, you got to do it for at least 28 months. So that's the rules around here. But welcome in, everybody. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining us today for our 5th session of Mystical Mishaps and the craziness that will likely happen today because last session ended pretty dramatically, to say the least. So yeah, we're gonna get into that in just a moment here, but I do want to let you all get a chance to meet our wonderful players and the characters they will be playing today, and get used to them because they're still new. Like they're like brand new baby characters, and
like little babies.
We have to keep them safe and not traumatize them, right? Right? Okay, Rachel, why don't you start us off?
Hi, I'm Rachel. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am only a 1 on traumatized at the moment.
Perfect.
Letting you know.
Challenge accepted.
Oh my gosh. We should have a check-in at the end and see like how much has progressed for each of us. I stream here on this channel over on Mondays at 3:30 CST. I like to do art streams. So tomorrow I do plan on doing an art stream. I'm not even sure what I'll draw right now. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe a self-indulgent piece, but we will see. Either way, come hang out with me at 3:30. It'll be fun. And in this game, I play Eleanora. She is a ASMR warlock, pretending to be a wizard at the moment. And I don't think I really have much else to say about her. She's
right. Great story.
Really jealous of the attention that Ashley's character's gonna get.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Wait, I was gonna say, wait, is she? I didn't realize.
No! Oh my gosh, no.
Oh,
that would be really funny.
All right.
Horror. She just fades too.
It takes like a quick turn into like being an
That's more like a Karis thing to be jealous of the attention someone else.
That does sound like Karis a little bit there. All right. Well, let's pass it on over to our second player, Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I play Winnie the monk. And she's not pretending to be anything else other than a monk. So I'm like one of the few in the party who's being honest. I'm kidding. On a scale of 1 to 10, how traumatized am I? Because now we're gonna use that as a question. I think she's like a 2, not very yet. So I guess we'll see by the end.
Okay.
No, it's not a challenge. It's just keep her safe.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, I think that's all. There's not much to expand on yet because we're little babies still. So that's all.
Yeah. Let's ask the question why y'all answered this. It's a good question.
Because it's a good question.
I did not even prompt this, and they're still just going into it. I love it. So
that's how we do.
Let's pass it on down to our possibly most traumatized player, Ashley.
Accurate. Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, Euphemia is probably an 8.5 to 9.
There we go.
I would say. Yeah.
Makes up for the others.
Someone had to do it. Yeah. Someone had to be. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ashley. I play Euphemia, and she's a druid, and she had a real bad time at the end of last session. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Also, I make a lot of art and write and stuff, and I post it all over the place. You can find me in the Discord as Salt and Ash. Lots of my links are there.
Definitely recommend to check it out. And yeah, you've kind of gotten the initiation now of welcome to the game. Some trauma has happened to your character. Yes.
She's terrified. It's awesome.
And our final player, passing it over to Mike. Take it away.
Hello. My name is Mike, also known as Bardic Dice on all the socials. I also stream here on Twitch on Thursday, 6:30 Central, with these two, Mark and Reggie, at a homebrew game, Fates United, which we're getting to our one of our final backstory arcs with Hanasuka, racing into the end of the campaign. So it's been a lot of fun getting in some grim and dark sort of sides of that game. So you can check that out, as well as VODs on YouTube as well of our old former campaign, while Beyond the Witchlight finally up everything there, and it's a whole lot of fun. But I just don't know why anyone's not just worrying about Dav. I mean, he's a 9 or a 10, really. So I really think people should be asking about how traumatized he is. No, but I played Dav, who's a human who's not traumatized right now. He's more curious why Yuffie's on the ground. But he's an artificer who wants to be a wizard. And
Also, we had a conversation before this about which our characters completing for next top victim. who could be the most victim-y.
There we go.
All being dramatic.
That's why we're all being dramatic today.
Oh, I'm so distressed Euphemia's on the ground.
I'm even more distressed. I didn't see it happen.
I'm in the dark about this whole thing.
And
We're
Eleanor
not
was
doing
like,
that, by the
"You're
way.
all too loud in the library. It's distressing me so much."
We get banned from the library.
Just mishaps going off from stress.
Oh man. All right. So definitely go give Bark Dice a follow if you haven't already. So you can check out his game on Thursdays and future other things. Go follow his YouTube as well and all the stuff. We do share a Discord with Bardic Dice. It's called The Tavern. And you can join that and hang out with us during the week if you'd like to, and we can chat about stuff. There's lots of things going on. There's fun things coming up too. So we can all chat about those things in the Discord. And there's also amazing streams and cool art and other fun stuff that people do. Check them out there. That's a great place to hang out. Join us. I'm Mark. I am the Dungeon Master. And I am here to bring the trauma, I guess. That's my job. So, we'll see. I'm a little lagging behind, I think. Only sounds like 1/4 of the party has trauma right now, so I might need to step up my game a little bit. We'll see how this goes. But we do have a YouTube where we have old sessions that are up there. A couple of shorts that I've worked on, dabbled in, testing out, seeing how I like it. And because I made shorts, we did it. We made a TikTok. It happened. There's a TikTok out there.
It's happening, people.
You can go follow our TikTok if you want to, if you're into that type of thing.
Is it just Marky Gaming?
It's just Marky Gaming.
You search Marky Gaming.
There should be a link in our description thing on Twitch here that has a link to it. I did add that.
Look you go.
And yeah, you can find us there. That's all I have to say about it.
Rachel, the social media manager, being surprised.
Welcome to the dark side.
It has happened.
Yeah, welcome to the dark. Yep.
We do a podcast, and you can listen to it there as well on Apple and Spotify podcasts, if that's easier for you as well to listen in on. But we'd love to hang out with you during the week too in the Discord, so join that there. That's all I really have to say about this, guys. I don't know. I'm ready to get into today's session. How about you all?
I feel that sigh. That's like 3 years of intros right there, being like, let's just play.
Yeah. And it's like really snowy and gross out today, so it's just like I just want to play some D&D and forget about the weather. So let's go ahead and get started with our intro.
So sweet.
Hello, we're back, everybody. Good to see you all. Kelly, you get an advantage die. Look at that.
Thank you.
But yeah, we are getting into our 5th session here, and turn on our music. Get into our recap here. The last time, the party came back from their first mission, and then they took some opportunity with the downtime afterwards to go explore the city of Heaven's Reach, this massive city that's definitely a lot more empty feeling because it was much bigger and populous, and now the population has shrunk. But they're taking this opportunity to go visit some places. They definitely need to go to the market, they decide. They run into a magic shop called the Magic Box of Mr. Hawks, who employed one of Rachel's old characters named Eden and her boss, Hawks. And they asked some questions, discovered some things, bought some things. No, you didn't buy anything, did you? You sold something. You bought some pens. You bought pens.
Dev
Magic
bought
pens.
some.
You bought pens.
Apparently some from Eleanora.
Yeah, apparently
Big
no
words,
one knows
so.
about like what I buy anymore, about how I'm feeling.
But yeah, you had their purchases, talked some things, and stopped at a few other places, got some stuff for potions. A lantern, I believe, was purchased, if I remember right. Yeah, it was just a regular shopping trip. You know how that goes. They also went up to another part of the city, and on their way they split. One went to a group of kind of authority in keeping magic mishaps under control called the Watchlight, and that didn't go super well. didn't really go the best. It seems like both Eleanora, all these E-names, it's gonna be hard. You guys are gonna mess me up so many times with your Eleanora and Dav, each of them kind of have their own respective reasons why the Watchlight was kind of raising their eyebrows at them and questioning them. Meanwhile, the other two went to the library, which the other met up at, doing various readings. They kind of went their own directions as well in the library, researching different things like monsters and an asylum. Dav and Eleanora met up with Winnie while Euphemia studied on the 2nd floor, doing their various studies. And as the studying was coming to a close for Euphemia, she's putting the book away, she had this horrifying vision where reality seemed to kind of shift around her. The library turned dark and cold. A strange woman was seen with a knife. Body was found. There's some woods. It was just this whole horrifying thing, which ended with this woman with a knife lunging at Euphemia. And I believe you said you rolled a nat 1, right, for your wisdom save at the end of that.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Euphemia lets out this horrifying scream and finds herself lying on the ground in the 2nd story of the library where she was, the book lying beside her. Everybody in the library hears this as she screams out at the top of her lungs. It's definitely notable for everybody. So that's where we're going to pick up with every single one of you now having an advantage die. So let me mark that off.
You guys are great. Thank you.
Y'all
Use your
start the session
advantage
with
die
that.
for how loud the scream is. Like,
I don't think I needed help with that nat 1. I nailed it.
Yeah.
hit the highest note.
So, you three down on the main floor hear this scream on the 2nd floor echo out through the building.
Would we recognize it's her screaming, or would it just be like a random
It's
person
probably hard to tell
screaming?
just from a random
Never
scream
heard
on
me
who it
scream
is.
before.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
random scream you're hearing. What do you three do at this point?
I think I'd look
So I
at
think-
you guys and then run towards it.
So Winnie gets up and starts running.
Yeah, same.
That
I don't.
follows.
I almost look startled this is happening. Like, this isn't appropriate. And then I like see them get up and run off, and I just sort of like walk
Don't let them
behind
return
them,
the books.
following. I'll like sort of trail behind them, but I'm not running because I'm not quite even sure what's happening. I think her assumption would be someone's like just misbehaving at the library.
Okay.
Type of thing.
I almost went that route, but then I started thinking.
What do you
I
have?
think I'm still hyped up from the weird monster we just saw, and I'm like, well, we're monster hunters now, so like we gotta go. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
My
Yeah.
thinking.
So Winnie and Dav, give me survival or wisdom checks. I'll give you perception either too. You can pick any of those.
I don't remember which one's best for me.
They're all based off of wisdom, just if you have proficiency with one of them or not.
I thought I had
Means nothing to me.
survival, but I could be wrong.
13 with you pick whatever roll because they're all the same.
All right.
I'll do survival.
7.
7. Okay. So you guys heard this scream, and it's a little hard to pinpoint. Dad, you kind of notice some people like looking upstairs, and then another person who's like hurriedly going upstairs as you run out, that you could potentially follow if you want.
Winnie upstairs.
Do I see someone going upstairs, or do I miss it?
Yeah, I mean, now that he's pointed it out, you definitely see this person going.
Okay. I'll just follow
At a
Dav if he's
40-foot speed.
All right, so you're hustling up there.
my speed.
Euphemia, you are on the ground, having just let out this scream. You feel like all this tension in your body, like you had every muscle tensed up.
Yep.
And you're just kind of releasing that tension, and like almost like exhaustion kind of feels like it's overcome you. And as of right now, I know like the frightened condition in D&D is like you have to be within sight of something to make it so you're frightened of it, but you are effectively basically under frightened condition at this point with how shaken you are from what just happened to you. So it means ability checks and attacks are all at disadvantage right now for you.
And checks. Okay. Yikes.
But
If I'm like following behind, like walking at first and then kind of hustling a little bit as they disappear, do I lose track of them, or do I see them go up the stairs and I can follow? It's just at a slower pace.
you could probably see them go up with kind of how like you can get a line of sight on them as they go upstairs.
Okay.
But
Just
Dav's
wondering.
shooting up, and then
Fast
when
walk.
he's right behind her, and you're just kind of leisurely walking behind as well. But yeah, Euphemia, you're on the ground. Anything you do in those few moments?
I think like just would be like so shaky and probably just like patting myself down like am I okay? Am I here? What, you know, and then I would maybe just kind of look around and try and orient myself. I think I would just like, am I actually in the library now?
Yeah. As far as you can tell, you are. You're like shaking, but you are there, as far as you can tell.
I would try and stand up carefully, probably with my staff.
So you slowly get to your feet as a librarian kind of turns and like sees you in the aisle, followed almost immediately by Dav, who just like hustles in right behind.
What's wrong?
Yeah, are you okay?
I think so.
You see a doodle?
No.
The librarian just gives you a look like, what?
It's been a long day.
I think I would be actively avoiding the librarian's eye contact
Okay.
because I'm very embarrassed. I might just kind of like mutter that I need some fresh air and start to like leave.
Oh, hey, what happened?
Not here.
Do you know this one?
I just give Ify a look of like giving her a chance to say no.
Oh, I'll just nod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you?
We've been through a lot. I'll take care of her. We'll just fresh air. Yeah.
You're not hurt or anything? Nothing happened to you?
I'm sorry. I need to go outside.
Okay.
Winnie coming up behind us.
Yeah, Winnie's like right there. So.
Can I just examine the area that Yuffie was in to see like
Yeah. Give me
if there's something?
perception or
you know,
investigation, your choice.
I'll do perception. Man, stinker after stinker. 8.
8. I mean, you're just kind of looking around. You don't notice anything. Just
Okay.
quiet library up here.
You wanna take her out for some air?
Yeah. And I'll kind of just like, I'll just take your arm like this and just kind of start leading you out like of the
Okay.
library.
Yeah, I'll just follow you. You could tell she's shaking, like
Yeah.
whole body, just like
Mhm.
yeah.
I won't say anything to you till we get outside, just because I'm like just focused on like getting out.
Yeah, Dav wanted to stay back and look around. He's looking at mishaps or what she was involved with, just making sure there wasn't a trap or something that went off that hurt her.
Sure. You can give me perception or investigation as well as Winnie begins to take Euphemia out.
It's 13 investigation.
Okay.
Real bad.
I mean, you're not seeing much. There's a book on the ground that maybe she knocked over or something, but not much here of note. There doesn't seem to be any mishap evidence. Nothing strange.
I'll just pick it up, kind of give a glance at it, but I'll like glance at it and then tuck it as if like I'm going down to check everything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks like just kind of a book with a little bit of a history of the city of Heaven's Reach.
Cool.
Some of the major places probably or something. But yeah, you put that away and you begin to walk down as well.
He's gonna tuck it with him.
Oh, you take
and
it?
then as if as if like because he's thinking she was looking at it for a reason. When she comes back in, she'll still want to look at it. So
Okay.
he's just bringing it down to the table where him and Eleanor were.
Okay. And as you're kind of walking her out, Winnie, you run into Eleanora. She's coming up the stairs as well.
Okay.
But Euphemia, as you kind of have stood up, caught your breath a little bit, there's this very eerie feeling like something sees you that you can't see. Like something just has its eye on you.
Oh,
It's just
no.
like this spine, like up your spine tingling
Okay.
sensation, like
Yep.
something is watching you.
Okay. Yeah.
Do I sense a shift in like body language or anything, or no?
If I feel that and it comes on suddenly, I would probably like cower more. I think instinctively, I think about like how I would feel if that happened to me. Like I would be like,
Like
yeah.
a shudder or something?
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice this or no?
Insight check.
Okay.
Give me the riot roll.
Oh, and it comes through because it's already better, but I don't know if I have any. Oh yeah, 17.
Okay. You definitely notice like a sudden change in her
Mhm.
demeanor. It's not like anything major, but
Mhm.
you just notice kind of a shift in her.
I guess I'll whisper like, "What is it? Something wrong?"
I'll just shake my head for now. Like I
Okay.
can't even really.
And I guess with more urgency, I'll start putting us like, I guess as we're passing Eleanora, I'm just like, "We're gonna go outside. You can come with us if you want," and just kind of start walking.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty visible that she's shaken, right? Or do I have to roll insight for anything?
It's very visible.
I would-
She's shaking.
I would assume. Okay, I didn't want to cheat, but
Probably,
yeah,
like,
okay.
Pale also.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Also, I'm
okay.
like leading her. Like we haven't broken really touch barrier. But I'm like leading her. Like we're obviously like, yeah. something's
Yeah,
weird.
okay.
That one wisdom save.
Yeah, I'll follow behind. And I won't say anything till we get outside if she doesn't look like she wants to talk, but
I was just gonna hurry up and he'll drop the book off and just try and find a tent and be like, "We're not done with those," and then he'll, "We're not done with those," and then run outside.
Yeah, just give you a nod, but you all meet up outside. It's definitely getting to be darker out. The sun has gone away at this point, and there's just kind of lights throughout the surrounding area of the library here, just illuminating the area. But you're kind of left alone here out in the quiet and the slightly coldness of the evening.
I'll let go of your arm and kind of be like, are you okay? What happened?
This is real, right?
What do you mean?
Oh dear, what happened? What happened? Were you the one that was screaming?
Probably. Yeah.
Did
something
something
wrong in
happen?
there?
Another mishap?
I don't think it was a mishap.
Did you see something?
Maybe we should go somewhere.
Yeah, so you look so pale, dear. Why don't
It doesn't seem safe up here. I just maybe we should go
why
somewhere,
why don't we go back to the inn? We can get some food in you, some water, something to just kind of clear your mind. Just focus on breathing for a little bit. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Eleanor, do you want to take her? I'll go tell Dav that we're going. Where we're going. And I'll catch up with you guys.
Yeah,
Are
he
you
caught
with
up
us?
with you, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
I
Okay.
was
I
about
thought you,
to
I
ask.
thought
He
you were
wasn't
like,
very far
I thought
behind
you
you.
were still.
No.
Okay. As we see him, I'll be like,
Are you done with that book?
Oh, yeah. Totally done.
Was that book part of what happened?
All
We
right,
can talk about it
let's
later. I'm just
yeah.
asking. Do you need me to hold that book is all I'm saying.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna go put the books away. I'll meet you guys where your place.
Yes, where we met this morning. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Don't be too long. I think we all need to talk.
Just grunts.
She gives him like this look of like, I expect you to be on time type of thing. She knows he wants to sneak up to the wizard school. Forgot about that. Check out the details later.
Yeah, Dad will start just making sure everything's put away, but he's gonna take a real close look at that book and just go through it, see what's in it, if anything sticks out, or if anything's in it, like runes, or that book's sending red flags off for him. He just wants to give a more deeper look at what's in it and maybe what she was looking at.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to roll investigation, you can.
I'll spend some time too. He's not too worried about being on time.
Meanwhile, the other three are going back to the inn, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because it has food there and stuff, right? I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
Get a little bit of food.
Yeah, like a quiet corner we could talk. That's kind of what she would be thinking of.
I'm gonna use
And
my
for
advantage
flavor.
die.
You're using your advantage die already. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Dad's not taking a 1 on that one. Natural 20. I'll take that though.
Oh.
25.
Whoa.
Just to
25.
kinda-
Okay.
1 to 20. Yeah. Watch, I'm gonna need that later.
As you examine this book, I mean, it is just a overview of the city. I mean, there's a lot of, it's very mundane. There's no runes in it that you see, nothing magical about it that really stands out to you. As you're kind of flipping through it, though,
Figured he'd be looking for anything about nature. That's kind of what
Yeah.
he's assuming.
it's not really a nature book. It's not.
Mhm.
It's mostly about the city. But as you're flipping through it, you do spot like a fresh, wet like drop of water or something that landed on a page that's still wet. That maybe indicates that this page was open to this one or something.
Okay. What's on that page?
And as you study it, it's in reference to a local asylum called the Silent Lake Asylum. It's a mental hospital. Silent Lake Asylum. It's a mental hospital for the mentally ill and criminally insane. I got a reward in nat 20 on this one. I'm sorry.
I knew it was coming, yeah.
It's like, how is a mundane book can just be like, oh.
No.
But
you got to do something for the 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was also thinking if it fell open to what it was on. I wasn't sure if it was creased at all. It was kind of.
I wondered that too.
I'm sorry, Mark. You said a drop of water like fell out of. I'm just taking a note. You said a drop of water was like on the book, or
no, it was just like maybe like a piece of spit fell out or something. Drink of water and a drop of water fell on it. Like
a bunch of tears.
A single tear.
Single tear. I mean, it's just a small wet spot on a page.
Still interesting though. Read the page.
While he's looking at that, and unless there's anything interesting that he's kind of looking at it, I think he would dictate the location of it, and then also taking a second for his own selfish use. He's curious who the other three, because I think we've gotten one name of the wizards that have created this world in the city. He's curious if this book says the other three.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is definitely makes reference to the creator wizards. So there's Oliveria, that's what it is. Oliveria, Vubaris, Aldor, and Stastrom.
I'll let you spell those later.
I will put them in the chat right now.
Okay. Yeah, he's I figured this might not be something he's cared about in the past, but he's curious about now. Do they all reside here? Or do they have like 4 different spots in this world? Like, do they kind of have their own spot?
The only living one is Stastrom, and he is in Heaven's Reach.
Good to know. I actually did really good on the spelling. Okay. Cool. I'll shut it. Go replace it since he knew where it went, and then head out.
Okay.
Apologize to the librarian. Sorry.
Nocturnal Scribe, thank you for the follow. Feels like that fits with the library at night, so.
Yeah, that's like really fitting.
Oh, you here for the night shift? Yeah, no, good luck.
But yeah, you begin to head out after your time investigating the book a little bit. But you other three, you make your way through the city. As you go, Euphemia, that feeling just doesn't leave you. But
can I look to see? I know it's at disadvantage. Can I look to see if anything's following us every once in a while?
Yeah, go ahead.
And if I look around and see her trying to like look at stuff, can I look around too and just see if I see anything?
Sure.
Or sense anything?
Sure.
Okay.
Perception, right?
Perception, yep.
I don't think my perception's very good. Oh, it's not too bad.
Yep,
That
that's
roll
an
ain't
8.
though. 5.
8 and 5, yeah. I mean, you guys don't see anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing that appears to be following you.
If I don't say anything, I'll just kind of like shake my head to myself.
Okay.
It's very unnerving.
I feel like Eleanora would be like, as they're walking, she wouldn't be talking like nonstop the whole time, but like you can tell she's like clearly like really concerned, and she keeps saying things like, you know, it's probably just one of those things, like we've had a very long day, a little traumatizing, you know, with like monsters have becoming like doodles, like it's very strange, and like, you know, she's just trying to like justify like, you know, like for her as we're walking.
Yeah.
I would just like nod a little bit, but I'm preoccupied with this
Yeah,
feeling
totally.
of being watched. Oh, and like probably all of the like flashing before my eyes, everything that happened. So
I'm sure it's not that comforting, but she's trying regardless.
It's sweet. It's an effort.
But you guys do sort of make your way closer to the market area. It's a little bit south of the market where you guys were staying. But you head over there. Actually, yeah, it's pretty close to the market. So you head over there and make your way into your respective rooms, or you can be together, your choice.
No, I think
I think I'd
yeah.
stay.
Is there do our rooms have like little seating area or like
They're
for
pretty
people that, or is there a
small.
seating area out in the like the common room area?
Yeah,
or...
there's a very basic kind of place where you could have some meals and chat in the entryway. But yeah, rooms are very small here. They're not like
Okay.
you wanted low end that was acceptable. This is not
Yeah.
super suites or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll be like, Euphemia dear, do you want to talk over here where we can all sit? I don't believe it's crowded right now. I don't know if we'd be overheard. What's going to make you comfortable right now?
Oh, maybe just some hot water for tea, please.
Oh, yes.
I'll go get like mid scamper off and go get like some if I don't know where I would find it, but I'll go find it.
All right.
The scamper is so witty too. I love
It's
that.
so
Use
cute.
that word. That's very so descriptive of her. Aw.
So yeah, there's like a kettle you can put in or in the fire. So you have to get some water and then you can put it in to
Yeah.
cook in the fire.
Also, now I feel like I'm paranoid. So I'm gonna keep checking to see if I like. Do I
Oh,
sense
good.
anything like weird, or is it just like it?
Exciting.
Nope.
Yeah, no sense of anything. Yeah, nothing. Okay.
Nope.
But I feel like now that
I mean,
my
unless
shoulder
like
a lot.
the strange scream would just like leave you a little unsettled potentially, but that's it. There's nothing. There's nothing that you're aware of.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're concerned.
Are we sitting by a window?
There's probably a window nearby. Yes.
I would, if there's like shutters or a curtain, I would close it
Okay.
and then sit down.
Doesn't help the feeling. But you can close them.
I'm sure it doesn't, but I'm gonna keep trying.
I just like watch her close the curtains. Do you... Are you feeling a little better? Does the fresh air help you at all?
Not as much as I was hoping.
I'm unsure whether to ask you without everyone pressing you. I know everyone's very inquisitive. If you want to just tell me, I can tell the others.
Appreciate that. It's... Maybe just give me a minute. I'm still trying to sort out my thoughts.
All right. Yeah, so she just kind of sits with her. Like, she kind of, like, rubs your back at one point.
Oh,
like, trying to
that's really
calm
nice.
you down.
I think it would just depend how long it takes. I mean, if it's been like a few minutes and everybody's still gone, then I would start talking, but if everybody shows up, then I would just wait a little bit longer.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when he's right there as well, just kind of monitoring the kettle and the fire.
Oh, she's close. It's not like she's in
Yeah.
another room or something. Oh,
Yep.
okay, gotcha.
There is one of the people who work at the inn who's just kind of like the innkeeper, who's at a desk, and they're not bothering you, but just doing their job, you know. But it's pretty quiet otherwise. Yeah, you can just sit there in the quiet if you'd like. Wait till Dav gets over. Your choice.
Is there any tea? Can I find any like tea or just? I guess I'll ask Yumi. I'm like, do you want hot water or anything in it?
Oh, just hot water. I have stuff.
I'll bring it over. That's ready.
So,
I'm gonna use one of my other little like vials that I keep on me all the time and just like dump that in and drink it.
okay.
That does I like out of character, I'm picturing this as kind of a thing she does for anxiety anyway, so with other reasons.
Mhm.
So at least maybe I can find my voice that way.
All right.
If Dav is taking a while, then I will just talk to the girls, I think. I just didn't know how long or how far behind he would be.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken a lot longer than you expected.
Oh, that's right, I forgot he's...
Eleanora looks a little displeased.
Which I was gonna say, he'll probably take even longer because he's gonna cover up the fact that he did research. But it's funny that you asked that. I'm trying to find a tea shop or something on the way of being like, dang, what do you think she'd like? Something called like tea. And so like tea or coffee, he's gonna try and find something like that, like a place to find.
That's awesome.
I like Team Nice. It's so sweet.
Team nice.
It's a selfish nice. Don't give him credit for that one.
That's true. That's true.
He's covering his own tracks.
Okay. Give me a perception roll as you are heading over, Dav.
I'm the worst at these. One eye. Oh, there's the nat 20, and there's a 12. Okay. 13.
Okay.
One eye.
On just your journey back, it doesn't look like there's much that's open right now. It's all getting kind of closed up, especially after your studying time. Most places are shutting down. There's taverns that are open, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'll run into that tavern that was close to their inn.
Okay. Hop in. We're gonna get you.
Do you have things for feeling better, like hot tea or hot something?
But anything you drink here would help you feel better.
Not the alcoholic kind. Actually, wait, does Dav remember her drinking? I don't think... Did you drink with us? I didn't think he did. Yeah, I don't think he did. Yeah, not the alcoholic kind. Do you have like hot soup? I was always told hot things make people feel better.
You want some stew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know if she eats meat or not. Sure.
He'll,
I'll pick it out if I need to.
You eating this here or are you taking it?
No, to go if you can. Or I'll just pay for the bowl. Or just put it in a cup and I'll just pay for the cup. Or I'll bring it back tomorrow. Well, you know me. I was here the other day.
I don't know you.
I'll pay double. I'll pay double.
5 silver. He pours a ladle full of stew into
All
it.
right. Here's 6 silver because we know each other.
Because we know each other, yeah, and he slides it over to you. Get out of here.
Thanks. And you're like,
Best friends. Best
that's
friends.
actually pretty good.
You can grab that and head on over.
Cool. I'll believe this.
But yeah, you bring it over, you're at the tavern, you walk in, you see them kind of sitting at a table off to the side there in the main area.
Eleanor like gives you a look like
All right. Everyone just stares silently at each other.
Sounds
it
about
took you
right,
quite a bit,
honestly.
Dav'Ril. Did you make a few detours?
Yeah, I was looking for tea and things are closed. Just trying to make her feel better. I found stew. Do you like stew? Do you eat meat?
Sure, thanks. Just looks like a little bit like, oh, okay.
Tavern stew, just because Mom always said hot things make you feel better. Granted, could have been that's because we grew up in the cold. Now that I think about it.
That was very thoughtful of you, Dav'Ril. Yes.
Sorry, were you, my bad. You don't need to say anything over again if you like already.
We
Yeah,
were waiting
obviously.
for you, actually.
Ah, right. So that's because I was looking for tea. Yeah, sorry.
Can we tell he's lying? Can I tell he's lying?
I'm not lying. I was looking for tea.
You guys can roll deception versus insight if you want to.
I like to insight, yeah.
I was
Sure.
looking for tea.
Oh, I got a dirty 20, so you have to deception.
That's up.
Actually, it
Mhm.
works out because his persuasion is the same as deception, so whatever.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, that's a 1.
There you go.
Clearly not going well. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
no,
clearly
this-
hiding stuff from you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go over just kind of in the middle and be like, what's going on? What's happening? I feel like we need to be honest with each other if we're gonna be, a team. What's happening?
Tea places really are closed. Sorry.
Okay,
I looked at the book. I'm sorry. I looked at the book. Back off, all right?
did you find anything in the book? In the book she was holding?
He gives her a look. He gives Iffy a look. I don't know.
All right.
What book-
Why don't? Okay, let's all sit down. Everyone, sit down. Everyone, let's take a deep breath. All right. All right. It's been a long day. Okay, take it out. Yes. Exhale as well.
She passes out.
Too deep.
Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out.
All right. It's been a long day. Euphemia, are you ready to talk about what happened? You seem very shaken. I think everyone's just concerned about you. We can sort through all the other details later.
By the way, Dav's no longer pink. Just throwing it out there.
Oh!
He stopped being pink
Wow,
sometime on the way over.
Exciting!
That's some great stew.
Takes the pink away.
You don't have to speak if you don't want to.
If we're gonna work together, probably owe you at least this. I would say she's like fidgeting with her mug, like clearly still really uncomfortable about talking about this. I have nightmares a lot. They're usually pretty bad. And this was... something happened. It felt like... almost like it was a nightmare in the daytime. I wasn't asleep. I was at the library.
Have you ever had it during the day before?
No.
Like a vision or something?
It felt like similar to a dream. I mean, it felt like all that stuff kind of blurs together after a while. But I don't know what happened during the day. That's never happened to me before.
Was it similar to the nightmares you normally experience?
Similar enough.
What happened?
Is it
I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. It like shrinks a little bit.
You don't need to. What I wanted to know though is it like a recurring nightmare where it's the same thing, or is it something different? Can you talk about that?
Sometimes it's similar and sometimes not. I mean, like I said, it's been a long time, but it all kind of blurs together after a while.
Did it have to do with the book you were reading?
I don't know. That doesn't, I mean, I don't know why it would.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Just see kind of... Because Dav doesn't know how relevant it is either.
And Euphemia, you can roll Persuasion or deception, your choice on how you feel like that would be.
19.
They're both the same, so. That is a 2.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So
baby.
you can tell Mike what
Pretty honest
what he
person.
would feel, like he would get from that.
More just seeing if there's any sort of like tells or gives on her that she's hiding the fact that it's relevant or not.
I think the book would clearly, if someone mentioned it, it would probably look, upsetting. That wouldn't be hidden at all.
Just
But
her saying
also-
the book, because he's not saying anything about the page. Just making sure.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I mean, the whole thing is distressing, clearly, but like, if someone mentions the book, I would see that as like, you could probably tell it's something she really doesn't want to talk about.
Cool.
I don't think that would be too hidden.
And
Alright.
why did you close the curtains and why were you looking around earlier? Are you just scared or?
I don't know if this is related to what happened, but like there's something watching me.
Even now?
Mm-hmm.
Quiet, Kelly.
I
Look
can't
around
get
the
it
room
off.
and like.
I can't get it off of me. Like I feel like it's watching me, and I can't find it. I don't know what it is.
You feel
Something
that
from your
way after
dream?
most of your nightmares?
Mark, is it familiar? I don't.
The watching sensation?
Mm-hmm.
No, this is
That's new. Yeah,
brand new.
that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I ever since this just happened now, it wasn't before. Everything was fine
You-
before.
And you've never had your nightmares during the day before. This is the only time. And I guess I'll look at Dab and be like, what did you find in the book? Did you find anything?
I give another look at Iffy. She's still looking pretty shaken.
Because he looked at her before already, I think she would very clearly in her eyes is a request to not.
Okay.
I think it would be like a please stop.
Not really.
Not even thinly veiled, I think, at this point.
Book was just a normal book in the history.
Do I notice him like gloss over it or no?
Yeah, with this interaction, if you'd want, you can give me an insight roll. Winnifred.
Yes, please. How much did you out of this? 18.
We roll deception again? Or it's really good.
I just think with Euphemia, you can sense there's pleading in her
Yeah.
eyes to not
There's
talk
no-
about it.
There's no
Okay.
Just
veil
with
there
that.
at all. Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of watch her just like give a look like, please don't talk about it to Dav.
Okay.
And
And if you look
Pick
at
up a
Dav will give you a really like just subtle palm up of like not now.
Okay. I'll like
Later.
notice and kind of note that. What time is it, Mark? Is it like late? You said it's like nighttime.
it's evening
Okay.
time. It's probably getting close to bedtime.
Do you think that this strange thing that happened to us with the static, I wonder if that has something to do with it? Maybe not perhaps a mishap, but I mean, strange things have been happening ever since.
You
Do you
didn't
think
feel
it
like
feels-
anything possessed you, did you? Sorry.
That was still me. As far as I could tell.
Just want to make sure we were studying that, so I just thought it was a weird
This must be
coincidence.
heavy on your mind.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You are forgiven.
Good.
Sorry. I just, yes, I wonder if it has something to do with what we've been feeling. I don't know why it would. It didn't feel like static or anything like that, I'm assuming.
It didn't feel like a mishap. I didn't cast any magic.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, what can we do to help you, Euphemia? What do you normally do after you have your nightmares? Do you have anything that will help you? Do you want to sleep in someone's room tonight, or do you need food? Do you, more food than this lovely stew that Dav'Ril has provided you?
No, I think this will be fine. Honestly, I might just need some space to think about all this. This is a lot. But thank you, all of
I
you,
know
for
you,
caring.
I know you need your space, but and again, you don't need to talk about anything. And he kind of gives the other two a look of like, respect that. But you shouldn't be alone. You feel like something's keeping tabs on you. You just shouldn't be alone.
You want us to keep watches or something?
Keep watches.
Like one of us stays
Norm-
up and then
Oh,
we take turns sleeping.
Interesting thought. Never even thought about that before in my life. All right, yes.
You know, like you're in danger or something.
Oh, you got a lot to learn, Eleanora. Adventuring's
Really?
gonna be fun for you.
I'm already very much looking forward to it. You can sense the heavy sarcasm.
All right,
Yes.
eat up your stew, rest up. Maybe you'll feel better in the morning, right?
Do you want us to take watches outside your door or something? That way, in case you need something, or
I don't think I'll need anything. I mean, that's really nice of you to offer, but I don't know. If you think you need to, but I mean, it's also an inn. I'll just lock the door, you know.
Well, our rooms are very close by, very cramped, which in this case is an advantage. If we hear something going on, I'm sure we can be there very quickly. If that's what you want. I would also request, perhaps we can share breakfast tomorrow before we go see Heidi. A few things happened at the Watchlight that I feel need to be addressed, but we don't need to do it right now. But I'd rather deal with it sooner rather than later.
Talking about me?
No, I'm talking about me.
No.
Something happened to you?
Not particularly, but I discovered that some rumors about me from the Bronze Barons have reached Heaven's Reach, and I wanted to address them now before they came to you, before I could get to you. Does that make sense? Especially if we're going to be working together. I want to beat the rumors this time.
are they good rumors?
No, they're quite dreadful.
Oh. Are they true?
No,
Oh.
they are not true.
I don't even know what rumors they are. I just
Yes, so obviously I'm not trying to intrude. This is not the time or place. But I do want to
No, if
get
you
it
think
done
it's
soon.
important, if you think it's important, then I'm not going to sleep anytime soon.
Just get it all out tonight. Get a good rest. Feel better in the morning, right?
If Euphemia, I do not, as long as you want to. I am not trying to make you have to. Unless you want to focus on something else dreadful, then maybe
take my mind
sometimes
off
that
of it.
helps. All right. Well, I'll just get right into it then. My name is Eleanora Edivane. I don't know if you've heard of that name, but it is quite well known.
Have we heard of that name?
have we heard of it?
I will say you're at disadvantage. The other two, you can roll history straight. Well,
Not me. Also disadvantage.
yeah, I'll give you disadvantage on this one still.
No.
Dirty 20 with disadvantage.
19.
Nice.
God, 20. Let's see.
What did you say last name was?
Like a
Edivane.
five.
Edevane.
What did you get, Ashley?
Just a 5.
5. Okay, yeah, you don't know. I've got 20 and 19 for Winnifred. Dav, in your time studying gems and things like that, Edivane has come up before as a source of a lot of various gems that are out there, as it's a name for a mine. And Winnifred probably would have heard something similar to that, where there's a mine that's out there, fairly prominent. It's called Edivane Mine.
Okay. I'm gonna ask, like, the mine? Like the...
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, the Edivane
Is it
mine.
your mine?
Yes, it is my mine, along with my brothers.
Oh.
We mine exclusively, mostly, I should say, not exclusively, Fusor. And I take out like a necklace it's a necklace, but it's kind of like wrapped around her wrist. And you guys might kind of realize it was kind of just what she was using as like a focus for her studies. I think, unless wizards don't do that. I don't know about wizards, but I mean, it's wrapped around her wrist, almost like a prominent thing. Like almost so she can like hold on to it or something. And it looks kind of like selenite, which I have a rock here. It looks kind of like selenite, except it's like shaped to look more like a necklace shape. But it's like kind of clear, but a little foggy at the same time.
Wait, I have a question.
Yep.
Since like I was with my background and stuff, would I know that wizards don't typically, I don't know if they do or not, me, the player, has no idea about wizards, but would I be suspicious of someone having like a focus or something like that for like being a wizard? No?
No.
Okay, didn't know if that'd be.
Well, and and I don't know, I was thinking maybe it was obvious that every magic person had a focus, but I guess if it's not, then I don't know anything about wizards,
Yeah.
guys.
I
A
don't
lot
either.
of
I
a
don't
lot of
either.
wizards use a focus, so it's
Okay, I
pretty
wasn't.
common.
I basically didn't know if that would like be like a. Cause
Nope.
I've obviously trusted everything everyone said, but it would be like a.
Yeah, and I didn't even say outright, this is my focus. It's just more
Yeah.
like maybe if you knew magic, you might think that it's
Okay.
a focus, type of thing. That's
Okay.
all I meant by that.
Okay.
Now that she's said mine,
Mhm.
would I be putting together anything with my background?
You can give me another history roll if you'd like.
Do you want regular or disadvantage?
I'll give you regular on this one, just straight.
Did we ever use those stones?
You can roll a history for Fusor as well.
I will.
You can use your
That's a
proficiency in there, Mike.
that's a
16.
Okay, sorry. 16.
Sorry.
Ashley.
14.
14.
18 on the jewel.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was just the jewel.
I think all of you would be at least basically aware of Fusor. Fusor is fairly commonly used throughout the world, or at least it was, especially prior to the Shutter. It's a material that can be used and infused with different elements. So it can be used for like an oven, and you can infuse fire into it to create like essentially what would be an oven that you can turn on and off with this Fusor. There's electricity ones, there's like cooling ones for refrigeration type stuff. So this was a pretty prominent thing that was spread throughout the world and used in a lot of ways. Ever since the Shutter, though, some of those places have been removed because it's been known to have mishaps that happen related to it, because it is very much magic related in how it functions. Places that used it for light would revert back to more candlelight stuff, and places that used it as an oven would just cook over a fire. So there's a lot of reverting after the shutter had happened, but it definitely was pretty common throughout the world. So you all would be fairly familiar with that, and it comes from the desert. There's a mine that's in the desert that comes from the Mountains of Plenty. That's where it's connected to.
That's where you got your money from?
Yes.
Sorry if that's rude. I don't know.
Well, my grandparents founded the mine, and my parents inherited it from them. And my brother, Alexander, and I inherited it from them. This was before the shutter. And a few years before the shutter, yes, they left and retired to Rise, where Alexander and I took over. Things were running efficiently, smoothly. Yes.
Sorry.
And is it not anymore?
Did you guys stay here, or did they go to Rise? Is that what you mean? Or did you go with them to Rise to take over?
No. We ran it exclusively from Shadow Rock.
Okay, so you were here. They went to
So
Rise.
we've been here, yes. Then they just retired to Rise. You know, they had run the mine for 20 years. It was time to live out the rest of their years in retirement. And so
That's why you
they
visited
have an
Rise.
estate in Rise. Yes. Well, and even before then, you know, we took our vacations there and such. So when the shutter happened, that's when things started going very wrong. I noticed about a year after the shutter that my brother was acting strangely. He started talking to himself. I'd catch him in moments when he thought he was alone. He began getting very cruel to our workers and the employees there, which, if you know Alexander, is nothing like him. I mean, we always strove to run all of our business with extreme integrity, treat everyone very well, compensate everyone very equally. But suddenly it was starting to look more like, dare I say it, forced labor? Everyone was sort of justifying it, and I found myself getting pushed more and more out of business affairs by Alexander. So, eventually, the behavior started getting more and more unnoticeable or hard to excuse. So I eventually took it upon myself to hire a monster hunter to try and deal with the situation, because I was convinced at this point that my brother must be possessed by something.
Still are, aren't you?
I still am, yes. Even more so now than before, because I watched as the monster hunter went to deal with him. He was very confident that he could handle the situation effectively and quickly, of course, with no harm done to my brother. And instead, I watched as he was thrown about the room with this thing's mind. Alexander has never had any sort of abilities. He's focused exclusively on running the mind, on diplomacy, on helping with inventions to make things run more smoothly. He's never been someone that had power, yet suddenly he's throwing this skilled monster hunter across the room with his mind.
Have we ever heard of anything like that before? Like,
Probably not anything solid.
More than we've been doing.
That's definitely
Mhm.
pretty out there. Maybe there's some like weird stories you've heard, but
Okay.
like facts, not really.
One question. Dav's this whole time been going on more nature and monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any religious or supernatural, like fiendish demonic take that now that he's hearing it in this way that might have been part of his studies?
General religion.
Oh, that's the one I switched. Okay. 23.
I mean, there's definitely things that can happen with devils as well that could lead to altered behavior or forced behavior, possession, that kind of stuff. So that is a potential. Within the school of necromancy, there's still like the ghosts and stuff, so that could be connected to more necromancy focused deities, but that would be probably the main two that would ping for you at that point for that field of study.
Would any of his research on the mind flayers, insects, bats relate into that religion check at all? Or would it feel separate?
That's not religious really for most of that.
I wasn't sure if anything along his lines came up with like symbology that would match that, if with the devil or anything.
No, I mean the creatures
Okay.
just seem like natural creatures. The mind flayers don't even like feel like they're present like on this
Yeah.
plane. And yeah,
Mm.
there could definitely be like a magic though that could be related to it.
Yeah. If anyone's looking at his notes, because he's kind of keeping this little Venn diagram going, all of a sudden it's mishap and then circle, as in like that wasn't part of the equation before. So he's kind of just trying to make notes while she's writing.
Mm-hmm. He discovered my hiding place and confronted me. And asked me if I had hired the man. He killed the monster hunter, by the way. I don't know if I forgot to mention that. And the confrontation led to him deciding that it was time to end my life. So he also threw me about the room. He had this power, which felt like he was just pain in my head. Felt like it was killing me. And right before it was about to end, I saw my brother actually take control again and beg this thing for my life. It was just watching them back and forth in Alexander's body. It was bizarre. And the creature said that in exchange for my life, he had to give him everything. I don't know what that means, but Alexander agreed. He said a brief goodbye to me, said he was sorry, and then this thing was back in control. I was informed that I was banished from the city on attempted assassination of my brother, and I was taken out of the city that night. I tried to talk to his bodyguard, who I've known for years. She did not believe me. I left kind of readily because I assumed that I would be able to gather all of my business associates, my friends, my allies, people I've known for years and worked with who know me. But I think that this thing has been laying the groundwork for quite some time, because everywhere I've gone, doors have been shut in my face. No one will believe me. I am now seen as an attempted assassin to kill my brother to take over the mine, or perhaps worse, a madwoman driven by grief who just is paranoid. I suppose that her brother is in trouble, but... So, when I went to the Watchlight today, I had hoped that perhaps it had not reached all the way here, and they could take it seriously. But that was not the case. I do not think they will be coming to talk to me anytime soon, or if they do, it will probably look more like an investigation and not like something that they're going to take me seriously for. So, I hope it has been obvious I am quite sane of mind. I hope it's obvious to you that I care very much about treating people with dignity and respect. I love my brother. I would never want harm to come to him. But somehow, it's so hard for anybody else to believe. So, if you ever change your mind, please let me know so I can save myself some time. But I wanted to get ahead of the rumors before they reached your
I believe
ears.
you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Mark, I know, like, obviously, again, I'm not sure if it's so much in this world. Is there any sort of like precedent of even like deities, like gods or whatever, like possessing people, or like kind of the idea of like giving your body away to first like to be a vessel? Is that like ever a thing that we would hear about, or is that not so much a thing here?
Yeah.
Give me a religion roll.
What is my religion?
I was gonna ask that, and also, does Dav know anything about? Do we understand in this world the difference between sorcerers, wizards, and warlocks, and all that?
For that one, that's an Arcana roll.
I got an 18 for religion.
Religion, okay. What did you get, Mike?
13.
For religion or Arcana?
Arcana.
Okay, so you're asking about the. I mean, you know, there's a distinction on some level, very basic level distinction for you, Mike, that like wizards, sorcerers, like bloodline, wizard study, like that kind of stuff. Like
Warlocks are given stuff. Okay.
Very basic level. Winnie, as you're at like thinking through like religious stuff, generally the gods are meant to be separate from the world that you guys reside on or people reside on. Like they're not supposed to be heavily involved themselves.
What about like the world my parents were from? Like, had I heard of anything like before of like, you know,
yeah, it's
being formal?
It would be the same thing for where your parents are from too, where I mean, deities, they give abilities to their followers to make a difference in the world. Deities on like a different level have to, especially the major ones, they have to sort of remove themselves in a lot of ways from direct involvement into the world. And it's almost like a rule that the deities have to follow, that they can't be directly involved, generally speaking.
Okay.
So to possess somebody, it would be unlikely, I guess you could say, for like a major deity to possess somebody. Not to say it's not possible, or a minor deity wouldn't do it, but like a major one would be pretty unlikely.
Can I
Yes.
insight roll Eleanora? I know it's a disadvantage. I'm still just curious how she's like what she's showing.
For emotions.
I'm still gonna try.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go for it. Right, you can roll, I guess, how you'd like to roll for that too.
Can I just do general charisma? Because
Yeah.
just to see how put together she looks.
Sure.
Okay.
What'd you get though?
I got an 8.
Okay.
Pretty well.
I got a 12.
Okay.
So
she seems
like
put together, but
she looks pretty put together. It seems like she has said this. It seems like she said this a lot, but But it also seems like she almost is a little taken aback by how far she's been able to explain things. If that makes sense.
Like someone's actually letting her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So, and definitely like when Dav said, "I believe you," it's like she almost looked shocked that it was so sudden. So, and she just kind of says like, "Thank you."
I believe you too. I mean, I think that a lot of weird stuff's been going on with monsters and everything, so who knows what they can do now. And just because no one's ever heard of it before doesn't mean that it's not there.
I agree.
Or it's not happening.
I find it very ironic that a group of people I met just yesterday will so readily believe me when people I've known for years are so willing to think the worst of me. That being said, thank you.
They also know your brother too, so it might be really hard for people who know him to believe that he was like not there anymore. So maybe they're more willing to believe the nice thing that maybe not the nice thing, but to think that someone you love or know has been taken over by something evil, it's probably easier just to believe that maybe you are not the best person. Both aren't fun things to believe, but maybe it's not so much that you're easy not to believe, it's just that they want to believe him. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I do think, like I said, he's been laying the groundwork, I believe, for quite some time.
when did you start noticing him? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
When did you start noticing weird things, like strange things about him?
It became noticeable about a year after the shadow occurred. It may have been before that, but I was not as active in the mine the year after the shadow. There's a mishap that occurred that took much of my time.
In the mine?
A bit. In my house, actually. I had my late husband was killed in that explosion. He was an inventor. He was very reckless. And it is all right. We were effective partners, but we did not have a bond that many married people seem to share. Just a business arrangement. He was very kind. I had high respect for him, but... and I say all this because the spin that Alexander seems to have taken with me is that I am going mad from grief. Of lost lover.
What was he trying to invent when he died?
That I do not know. He liked to spend many hours, days, depending on when I was able to drag him out, on whatever new thing he was deciding to be preoccupied with at the time. I normally did not pay attention to what he was doing until he had accomplished it and it was done. I don't know what Arthur was working on. And there was really no evidence left because when the mishap happened, must have been some sort of explosion. There was very little body left. There was very little left of even what he was working on. But when you said, when we were researching Dav'Ril, that a mishap might have happened, maybe it triggered something. When Alexander was in the house, I know he worked with Arthur on his inventions. Obviously he wasn't there at the time. It might be a long shot too, I don't know.
Yeah.
What was this monster hunter's name?
Ooh, I think I gotta check my notes for that. Oh no, I didn't write it down. Mark, do you know?
Yeah, I'm looking for it now.
Thank you.
Bruce Manning.
Bruce Manning. His name was Bruce Manning.
Do you know where he was stationed out of? His team or whatever?
I think he was independent.
In your region?
Yes? Yes.
Just wasn't sure if you had any relation to any of the people here.
Yes, I was a little curious myself. I was kind of looking or paying attention to names and such, but he was operating independently, so he came highly recommended. Seemed very confident he could take care of the problem, but unfortunately that was not the case. So, where this leaves me, I am now realizing that I have to do this myself. I cannot rely on powerful allies. I cannot rely on money. I cannot rely on anyone believing me. And clearly, I cannot even rely on distance giving me an advantage. So I have to be the one that takes care of this.
Yeah, I walked away, so they recognized you or just the city you were from?
No, they recognized me. It must have spread out here, but in Bronze Barrens, any city there, I can barely even stay at a tavern without either being charged extra or kicked out entirely. I was almost murdered over in one of the cities because some ruffians decided to take it upon themselves to inflict justice upon terrible me. So it's very, very bad. I cannot understate how bad my reputation is. It's very atrocious. So that's why I wanted to tell you now. Because if the Watchlight decides to investigate further or try to seed in some doubt before I can beat anyone to it, then I am once again without options, and I cannot be in that place.
Maybe we were all supposed to make teams. I didn't think I'd find someone with a worse reputation than me. Kind of nice.
Oh, I'm so glad it could make you feel better, Dav'Ril.
You're welcome.
Mark, if in this world, are they kind of, since the Shutter, are they kind of constantly discovering new monsters? Are there always kind of new ones popping up, or is it kind of the same thing every time? Is that I don't know.
Since the Shutter, there's been a lot of new and strange things that have happened.
Okay. So it wouldn't be a stretch to be something no one's ever heard of before could definitely kind of come out of the woodwork and
Yeah, that wouldn't be a stretch at all.
Okay. All right.
You spoke of your brother, had a lot of influence, guessing he's still alive.
Yes, he's still there, running the mine as far as I know.
So he had a lot of influence. Did that... You said his attitude changed. Did his ability to influence people seem more afterwards as well? Or was he always a people person like you?
Yeah, was he good at talking to people before, or did he get better after this thing took over?
Yes, well, he was... Oh, did he? Did I feel like he got better?
More persuasive.
No real change you've noticed.
Okay. Alexander was always very charming. So I didn't notice a shift in it being more. But I will say, the woman that escorted me out that night, she was involved with Alexander in a relationship. Not married, though, which I find very interesting. They've been together for a while. Anyway,
Couldn't even keep her judgment out of the serious conversation.
That got very gossipy really quick.
It's one of those things like with Karis where sometimes just something comes out of her mouth and I'm like, whoa, hey girl.
Wow. They weren't married or anything.
Anyway.
And she was married for a business relationship, and she's judging other people weird. They weren't married. They didn't even. Strange.
Yeah, for sure.
He's legally get something out of this if you're gonna do that. Jeez.
Oh my gosh. But even her, I mean, she was involved with Alexander before the Shudder, and she didn't seem to be concerned in the least. I even talked to her about the strange new powers that Alexander has, and she said, well, he has to defend himself. He's been training for something like this, which I did not know. I didn't even know what that was supposed to mean. She even has seen how he's mistreated our employees, and she still was all right with it. That's not even like her. I don't understand.
Do you think it's maybe like a spell or something, kind of goes around him, like an aura or something like that? I don't know.
Maybe she was behind it.
She was behind it.
Maybe. Or involved.
Or
Never trust anybody.
Getting tricked or something too, under a spell.
Or just manipulated by her own feelings.
That could be too.
People see what they want to see sometimes.
What was her name?
Her name was Perceiva. Is Perceiva.
Winnie, that would ping for you.
Oh, who would I know? Who would?
There was a
I asked
request
to address a
earlier in the
letter to
day
her.
to address a letter to her.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, is that who you're writing to?
Occasionally I write to Perceiva and ask for some sort of news. My letters go ignored most of the time. All of the time. But we used to be friends, so sometimes I get a little desperate and decide to check in anyway.
Did you have Winnie address it because she would recognize your handwriting?
Maybe not her, but if...
Someone.
Yeah, basically.
And when did she only start changing once your brother did? Or was it
I don't even know if she changed. She truly, the way she was talking to me, she's a very stoic woman. Very stone-faced. It's hard to ever tell what's going on underneath there. But, and she is Alexander's bodyguard, so she always is watching, I suppose. Watching out. For me or Alexander, or whoever she was assigned to during that day. I never sensed a change in her, but she seemed very horrified by what I had done. She was very ready to believe that I would try and kill Alexander, and kept saying things like, I understand you're so upset, Eleanora, but you must not lash out in this way, and talking to me like I'm some sort of child.
Was she, I know you said your brother was in the mine a lot more than you. Was she there with him since she was his bodyguard?
I believe so, yes.
If she really thought you were going to kill your brother, why wouldn't she want to kill you or imprison you? Why talk down to you and escort you out? Sneak you out of the country?
Because Alexander told her to, or the thing inside Alexander. Alexander was going to kill me right then and there, but because my actual brother Alexander, this is bizarre to talk about. She almost looks a little stressed out.
We can call him the Thing, and then your brother Alexander, if you want.
The thing, the creature. Yes.
The creature.
The creature banished me, essentially, because Alexander bargained for my life. So he told Perceiva, take her out of the city tonight. So that's what she did. I tried to convince her along the way, but she was not.
Do you think it was something in the mine that was making them all strange? Was there anyone else acting weird, too, or just your brother? And people?
The whole thing has been strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't able to contact the workers that were being mistreated, but I'm sure they would think something strange is going on if they're working long hours, exhausted, probably underpaid, if paid at all anymore, being beaten. It's atrocious. But it just seemed to go over everyone's head. I don't understand.
Saying the workers are being enslaved now?
Essentially, it was starting to look that way, at least. I dare not even think about what it's like now. If it's been 2 years, this was 2 years ago, 2 years of him acting uninhibited. The movements were growing more bold the closer it got to my banishment.
I don't know for sure, but it sounds like a lot of people. It smells like something in the air there, in the water or something. Not really, but you know, but like maybe something that was making everyone act strangely, and maybe that's why no one was willing to believe you, is because there's something affecting everybody there.
Why wouldn't it affect me then? That doesn't make any sense. It's a good theory, I just don't understand why I would not. Oh, are you raising your hand, Euphemia? Is this what we're all doing now?
It's raising my hand for Mark when you
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
What would you like to ask
I
about?
have a question.
Dad was doing it in character earlier, so like, it's the same thing.
No, while you're talking, I had a question. With my background, and like communication and stuff, would I have heard any stories about anything weird happening in the mines since the shutter, or like, you know, have there been more reports of that kind of thing? Has anyone said anything?
You probably would have just heard of, general sounding dangers, like
Okay.
Strange creatures potentially, but nothing super
Okay.
major.
Yep. Okay. That was my suspicion. I just wanted to double check. Okay. Sorry.
All right.
Well, I guess if we get strong enough, we can go investigate. I don't know if we can handle it now, but
I will tell you now, there's no way.
Or we
Alexander's
can
power.
try and... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, or we start trying to get eyewitnesses' words, witness accounts in the region. Research.
If I go back to Shadow Rock and I am seen, I will be killed.
Doesn't mean people that come from Shadow Rock can't be questioned.
Certainly. If we have anyone from Shadow Rock, I would not be opposed. I'm trying to figure it out somehow. My plan, as of right now, I know I am not powerful. I certainly know I am not powerful enough to face this creature inside Alexander, because if a skilled monster hunter like Mr. Manning is not able to do it, I certainly will not be able to. He almost killed me last time. Evidence. And I point to this white streak in my hair. But now
Wait,
that I am...
What does that mean?
Yes. This happened after Alexander tried to kill me. Or the creature.
Oh, wait, how does that happen? I thought you just dyed your hair or got old.
Sometimes
No.
when people are really sick or weak, their hair loses pigment.
He almost killed me. I assume it was some after effect.
I'll ask later.
So my plan is to grow in my power until I can handle this myself. In the meantime, I will attempt to find aid in other places. I will try and assemble a plan of some sort. Hunt monsters with you all until I get better. That's my rough plan as of now.
So I'm guessing this disrupted your studies.
I only took my studies in earnest after I realized I couldn't find aid. To be honest, I was busy running a mine. I had many other things to do. It was not on the forefront of my mind.
So were you or Alexander magical before this? You said he took up your studies after.
Yeah, Alexander was not in any way. So the fact that he had powers at all was very strange. Especially
you?
without me knowing it. I did not take many studies seriously at all, like I said, until recently. The base knowledge was there, but it was not really practiced. As I said, I was busy running a business. I didn't find it important at the time. I apologize. I know that sounds probably horrible to your ears.
I'm not
Dav'Ril,
judging. Try not to judge. I get it, but I'm not judging.
The mine was very important to my parents and to
Sure.
us.
I'm sorry that happened, and I hope we can help. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be strong enough anytime soon, but maybe we can just learn more about what could even be happening, and that might help.
That is my hope as well. Perhaps the more that we learn, the more we can turn the ear of others as well. So, I know it will not happen as quickly as I would like. But the fact is you all have heard me out and have offered a sympathetic ear instead of anything else means more to me than you probably understand. So, thank you very much.
I know what it's like to have doors closed on you. I get it.
It is not pleasant. So I apologize you have also experienced that same feeling.
Well, to break the awkward tension, you want me to go now then?
Leave?
No, like, tell my story.
Oh yes, we did make a deal. Yes, we made a little bit of a deal that when I said my grand story, then he would also say his. If you want to, Dav'Ril. If you do not, that is all right. Like I said, I just wanted to get ahead of the rumors before.
Mine's short. Like I said,
Oh.
same thing with rumors. We're gonna.
And with that, we'll pick this up after the break. So we'll pick up Dav's side after the break here. So,
Dun, 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 dun.
trying to find a good spot for a break there. But yeah, this seems
I
like a great
know,
spot to
good
have a break. So, okay, we're going to take a quick break here. And then you can stick around so you can hear some of Dav's story. And look forward to that. We've had a lot of lore, and I've got to sit back a lot, which I enjoy. So stick around.
Yeah.
We'll see you all shortly here. All right, friends, we're back and ready for part 2 of our session today, as we have recovered from some trauma, gotten to Eleanora's backstory, and now Dav is offering up some of his backstory. So we'll pick up with the conversation there. Let the players continue as I sit back and enjoy the session.
Yeah. Sorry, it just throat got dry. I just want to grab a drink real quick. So I'm back. But yeah, you said you tell your story, I'll tell mine.
You would like.
Not much to tell, but obviously you're gonna run into the eye thing. So, yeah, part of a sort of group. Watchlight calls it a cult, but you know what's the definition of a cult except, organized group of people. So yeah, outsiders look like it. They don't get it. But we were a arcane intellect group. I don't know what there's to tell. It failed. So yeah, the eye thing didn't work. We part of studies when you're younger. You could. Oh yeah. All right. Questions already figured.
Okay, wait. Can we? First of all, you said what's the definition of a cult? And you said it's a group of people, but I don't think that's the definition of a cult. Why do people call it a cult?
No, I mean, actually, the definition of a cult, like an organized group of people.
That's not a definition of a cult. I think it's more like like some sort of extremism or like something that like requires, like absolute loyalty, stuff that's like kind of
Sure, yeah, organized group
that's
that has extreme membership. Yeah, I'm
we-
just saying
'cause
it's
we
not
can
always
consider-
bad. That's
because
all.
we could be considered an organized group, but I don't think we're a cult.
I mean, we could be.
Oh, I'd hope we're not. No, I would not brand ourselves.
See,
as a
you're
cult.
giving it a negative connotation. That's why I'm trying to start with that. It's not
Can
always
I-
negative,
Can I insight him and see? Is he like trying clearly, like? Can I just insight? Like, is he obviously trying to defend this thing, or is he more like I can't tell what his like vibe is? I guess.
Yeah, you can roll an insight to judge kind of his perception on this group.
13.
Mike, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, no, it's not even like you've seen him try and defend or lie about like things he's trying to cover up. This isn't even that. This is him actually believing like, yeah, I know we're called a cult, but it's not like the cult that you think of. It's like, people call it a cult. Like, look, even the heavens reach in the library. It's just a relatively small group of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. All right, it's a cult. It's a definition. Like Watchlight's a cult. Could be. I'm just saying. Some people give cults a bad name. Yes, there are bad cults. I don't really think our group was a cult.
Were you worshiping?
I would never be a
something?
part of a cult. Worship is definitely not worship. Our group followed this Dav'Ril. He's a being, a god or lower god in the sky. But it was like a trade-off. That's what we were supposed to put a stone in our eye, do the studies, supposed to learn more, get more magic.
Wait, what was the stone supposed to do? Or what's the eye? You had to give up your eye? Is that just because to prove your loyalty, or what was that for?
For a trade-off of more intellect, more magic, arcane prowess.
Like some sort of bargain with Dav'Ril? Like a connection to him or something?
More like a arcane focus in your body.
Is there a benefit to that?
For
Is there a
some,
tag on you?
supposed to be. Didn't happen for me. And obviously, not enough because they're all dead. So,
So nobody who's done this has lived, or are you saying
No.
that they all died later?
no, my home's gone. Everyone's dead. So,
From the eye thing?
No. Like I said, not a bad cult. Not a bad cult. Just
Uh-huh.
got attacked by a monster. So
After the eye thing.
not everyone got the eye thing at the same time. It's like a
Okay.
when you're 18,
Got
go
it.
into studies, you have the opportunity, if you're accepted, to do
Uh-huh.
the ritual or the, transaction, I guess.
Got
And
it.
does it fail often?
Well, I'm just saying it failed because clearly it didn't help him that much, right? I don't have much powers from it. Anyone else who had it was dead. So Dav'Ril didn't really do much. Neither did any other god.
But if they didn't die from the ritual, wouldn't you have seen other people using their powers or not? Like,
Well, that's what I was
I think-
saying. There were some that seemed to gain some powers from it, or at least seem to control it better. I don't know how you want to. I still don't really know. I don't know how much it's from Acheral or how much it's from them just being good wizards.
I think what Dav'Ril was saying was that for all the power that Acheral gave them, it did not save them from this monster attack.
well, yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was just wondering if this ritual, like you said, it failed on you, but I was just wondering how many others that happened to in the grand scheme of what you know. Or if you were
Yeah. Do I know how many people went through this?
There was. Let me look at something. I want to make sure I get your right information here. I know I have a note on something.
I'm also loving the total difference of tonal of just the really sad story that Eleanora went. He's like, yeah, I mean, just whatever.
I'm in a cult.
It's just how
Or
it's
is it
not a
not a
cult.
cult?
It's
I think
used.
I think it's the fact that, well, it's not a cult. Like, if you start with, well, they call it a cult, but it's not. And then I'm like,
it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of personal experience coming from having to explain a group as not a cult, but it is a cult. So yeah, I'm really good at
There's
that.
a lot of like immediately going out on the defensive was definitely an
Yeah,
interesting.
no,
like,
it's fun.
very
It's hard,
telling
it's hard
choice,
to
I
start
guess.
with that. Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You would-
Used to this.
Know that there's at least 8 people who've had
8
it
people total that got this?
that you know of. Yeah, there'd be
Oh,
at
so it's a
least
lot
8
more
people.
exclusive than I thought it was.
Oh,
Okay.
it's definitely more exclusive. It's not just
Gotcha.
everybody gets
Okay.
it.
Yeah. I was thinking there's a little bit.
What I'm wondering is if he knows if other people had the same result as him, or if it seemed like
Like
they
if
all
others
had-
failed.
Yeah.
Like I said, failed in just meaning everyone else is dead.
Oh, but you still got intellect and powers.
Nope. Not really. I wasn't that far in my studies as a wizard, anyway. So, I don't know if this failed me. I might have been able to tap into it. But anyone that can teach me any of that is dead. So, like I said, that's how I see it.
And what did your group do exactly? What was like just
You can
to
call it a cult
learn
if you want.
magic?
It's fine. I'm not
Okay.
not sensitive about it.
You
It's
said
what
it
everyone
wasn't-
calls it.
It wasn't a cult, but I was trying to be sensitive.
I mean, no,
did you-
technically, definitionally, it's a cult. I'm just saying everyone else is like, oh, the cult, cults are like.
He's trying to spin a
kill the
positive
world.
connotation on the term cult.
More neutral. Sorry, I'm not
Okay,
trying to go New York with this. More neutral than evil. Like, we weren't
Anyway.
sacrificing people or trying to summon anything. That's all I'm saying. That I know of.
just sacrificing eyes and trying to get power. Got it.
I mean, to fix the world. The shutter left.
Yes.
We're trying to gain magic, fix things.
Did this group form after the shuttle?
This was before the shutter, right? Mark? Yeah. No, it was before. But I mean,
Oh.
that's what this world was made for. Made to study the arcane, to push it beyond its limits, to help people, to fix things throughout the planes.
You said
And
there
this-
was a.
The world we're on is literally created by 4 arcane users. It's amazing.
And this monster attack. What kind of? Did it just come out of nowhere? How did it happen?
Sorry, what?
The monster attack that you mentioned. How did that happen?
Do you know what it was?
Yeah.
Something you want to hunt in the future?
It was dark. Hard to see.
What kind of?
By the way, I mean, the veins are spreading. I just haven't been able to tap into it. So your definition of working or not, I'm still trying to figure that out, just to be clear.
Oh, so perhaps you have not figured out a way to.
Yeah,
Use
so
it
what
to
I can
set.
do now is more artificering. It's something
Yes.
I picked up, I learned. I can enhance materials based on the theory I've learned, but it's different. If I can tap into the theoretical and make it practical, I might be able to tap into this more, but you get it.
So I'm assuming you are done with Acheron.
I mean, seems quite done with me.
Did your people ever contact it, him, them? Was it more like perhaps it was something someone made up, or was there a possibility that it was a made up thing that was more a way to just try to experiment with magic, or are you convinced he's a real being?
I mean, anything's possible. I believed in him. I think he's real.
You still think that?
Sure.
Interesting. All right.
And people don't like this group at all, which is why you said you have a bad reputation.
Already the 3 of you, not saying you're judgy, but hearing about a group that takes your eye for a stone, for power. If that's
What?
your first take on it, most people are scared of more mishaps in magic. I'm sure that's why we're on the watch list.
Well, actually,
Yeah, I've
they
been
said
thinking
that
about that one for a while.
they actually said that your group did very reckless magic that endangered others. I wasn't sure what they meant by that.
Reckless, pushing the line, whatever you want to call it.
Like, what does that look like, though? And please, Dav'Ril. My late husband died in an explosion because he was reckless. I knew how he was going to die years before we even got married. I understand reckless.
To be fair, I wasn't part of the upper circle. There were people much further along than I have, so I was still studying. I don't really know the heights of what they achieved. But again, people fear what magic can do in this world. Out of ignorance, weakness, naivety. Having a physical sign of that belief that arcane is the answer in your eye shuts a lot of doors. So
You can't think of any examples of what would be like reckless magic. I'm just trying to connect the dots, so perhaps if someone does meet you with a closed door, I can better defend you.
I mean, Mark, I can't think of any examples besides just them continuing to push their studies, right?
Maybe some of the more controversial ones that you would be aware of. would be like the way that they try to expound on already existing magic and turn it into something different, or twist it into something new, or add to it in ways that could be considered reckless and dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, nothing specific, but just they pushed the limits. We want to learn, how can you take this spell and cast it different? How can you twist it to learn something new from it? It's no different than taking plants and learning a new way to use it. But people stopped doing that because of the shudder. People stopped doing that because they felt fearful. We weren't fearful of it. I'm not fearful of it. So if you want to call me reckless, sure, I'll probably be the most reckless of the group, but I'm hungry for answers. And I'm hungry for pushing the limit on how far we can get ourselves. The more power we can control, the more arcane is under our fingertips, the more people we can keep safe, like your husband and your brother and my family. So.
They're part of the cult as well.
Like I said, you can call it a cult because it's definitely true.
Yes, that is why I corrected myself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
He seemed like put up his chin up a little bit and was whatever.
And you don't know anything about, you said it was dark, but do you know anything what the monster did? Where it was located exactly? Or?
Are you sure? Yeah, so you sure you don't want to pursue it at all, or
Maybe
look
one
into
day.
it?
That's all you got to know about me.
Oh, thank you for sharing, Dav'Ril.
Public knowledge,
Mm.
apparently.
Yes.
So, Winnifred, you can just see him like changing the subject. So, you seem to like to study things. How'd you learn to punch? That's really cool.
Thanks. Well, I learned kind of by accident, actually. I was trying to, well, for a long time, I was trying to learn magic, but it turns out I'm really no good at it. No matter how hard I try to learn, or how many times I take classes or go to school or anything like that, I just can't seem to get it. And so I finally discovered that punching works, though. So kind of just figured it out.
You're very effective at it.
Thanks.
Very.
For being, bad at a lot of things, I'm pretty good at that, so. Yeah. But nothing, I don't really have any...
I haven't seen you be bad at many things, Winnifred.
I guess when it comes to magic, I'm very bad at that, so maybe that's the only thing that really, But I don't really have anything exciting like you guys in terms of the whole, like, people knowing about me or anything. I mean, well, nothing like that. So I don't think I meant nothing, nothing worth mentioning, at least right now. So yeah.
I don't know
Yes,
if I was going to ask for an insight until that last
Winnifred, you and I did not mean for this to turn into a, we share all of our deep dark secrets sort of thing. So if there's anything you're nervous about or do not wish to say, that's all right. There's no pressure.
If it's okay, I think I may, I don't know, say something if it needs to be said, but I don't think anything really needs to be said right now. Is that all right?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
that's what 3/4 of us are doing.
We're working together. We don't have to share every secret we've ever encountered.
Yes.
So I do want to work with you. I used to get in the old fist fights myself. Usually lost. Been actually trying to work on something, and he opens up his notebook to a blueprint and kind of slides it over. I mean, it's like really rough plans of just like almost like brass knuckles, but fused with copper to like a gemstone. I'm trying to find a way to pack a punch. Yeah, I'm not as dexterous or strong as you, but maybe finding magic into a punch. Let me just tell you, most arcane people that try and study don't take a punch well. So it's kind of fun. It surprises them. So I mean, if you could help me maybe perfect this, I'd really actually be grateful for the help.
I'll take it and look at it. And Mark, if I like look at it, do I see anything like that I notice about it? Is there anything that I'm like, oh yeah, this would work, this wouldn't, anything like that?
Way too bulky right now. Like,
okay, all right.
like almost a complete armor set or like parts of it, and it's like way too like it needs to be way more dexterous and smaller.
Give me an intelligence roll as well.
Yeah. Sorry. Keep forgetting what all my stuff is. Oh, 0. 14.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you pick up on that. It's probably a little bulky, would restrict some movement the way he currently has it. The idea, though, for, like, putting a gem connected to wires and having that give a greater punch is just very foreign to you. Like, that's a whole other concept that you have no idea how that would function.
Okay. So I kind of just look it over. Well, I guess first of all,
yeah.
The first thing I do. It's very nice. It's a nice drawing. I'll say this.
It's a very nice drawing. Yeah, I like the way you shaded that right there. It's very good.
It's really important for blueprints for people to understand.
Yes.
At least for me, I can only say that I would probably have it be a little bit lighter. But then again, I don't do magic, so maybe maybe something would help you. But also, wait, I'm sorry, Mark. What was my mentor's name again? I had it written down, but then I couldn't find the note when I was trying to find it earlier.
That is Ernest Ahern.
Oh, Ernest! I like that name.
And he's in Lake,
Side.
Lakeside, yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I go from. I don't have any sort of like. Obviously, I just use my fists, so you can go a lot faster if you have something lighter. But also, if you're going to use magic, I don't really know if I could help with that part. But if I do have a person who teaches me more about this kind of stuff, and I can maybe introduce you to him. He might be able to help more.
Was he part of this school that you voluntarily left to pursue punching?
He was, right? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was really helpful. So yeah, he might be able to help a little bit. But I think my ability doesn't come from magic, but somewhere else. I don't know. It's not magical, but it's also not like natural either. Do you know what I mean? So I think he could see though. He might be able to help more than I can.
Maybe you can help me spar while I'm trying to figure out the details,
Yeah, that I can help you with.
Cool. All right. And his eyes slowly go back to Iffy to see if she's going to open up about anything.
Be avoiding eye contact. If the circle's going back around.
Yeah. I feel like Eleanora would just like watch the exchange and be like, well, I think that some of us have bared our souls enough. If there's anything else, I think I might retire for the night. But Euphemia, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to come ask either one of us. I'm sure Winnifred feels the same way.
Thank you. I'm sure I just need to process this.
Yes. Of course.
Do you still feel it watching you or no?
I would assume yes, right, Mark?
As the conversation has gone on, like you've calmed down a bit, that sensation maybe has faded a little bit in your mind, but there's still like that uneasiness about you. Still a little shaky, but you're starting to calm down.
Okay. I would just tell Winnie, maybe I'm just a little paranoid after everything that happened, but I think it'll be okay.
Well, I'm glad that it's not still following you, or whatever it was.
It may just be a lingering feeling, do you think? Let it fade away with time. Well, yes. Well, I say today was at least a success, correct? We did our first monster strange mishap slaying event. We got some good research done. We're a little more united. Yes?
Speaking of research, so this whole static, me turning
Yes.
pink thing happening, I was thinking tomorrow, since probably not going to be doing too much, maybe in the afternoon, if you guys want to do some experimenting, not to live up the whole reckless stereotype, but figured we might as well at least try and understand what's happening to us.
Yes,
We
I
should
agree. I think we
Cast
should.
whatever
I think we
spells.
should. Yes,
Push the
see if
limit.
there's a way we can harness this in some way to our advantage.
Plus to know how bad it gets, because me turning the pink is maybe the worst I've seen out of everything we've dealt with so far.
Oh, I know how bad it gets. Incinerated. So that's something to be aware of.
Well, yeah, I meant to ask, but yeah, sure.
In mishaps in general.
I mean, yes. Fair
I mean,
enough.
even with this thing that started it all with that ritual, the Monster Hunters Guild, that could have ended in death easily. So it's something to be aware of. I'm not against experimentation, of course, but we must be careful.
I'm just curious how it's triggered, how often. Does it get worse with higher magic, things like that?
I will need some time tomorrow if I'm gonna craft this potion for us.
Yes. That sounds good.
Maybe the two of us will handle that. You can handle the potions then.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think the only thing I have on my agenda was going to stop by Mr. Hawk's that shop again, and then we had to talk to Heidi, and I think that's about all I had. Wait to see if the Watchlight comes to talk to me, but that's doubtful.
Does anyone want to stop by the magic school? I was kind of just curious to see what their gig is.
Tomorrow?
Mm.
If I have time, yes, I
can go with you. That way, if the Watchlight shows up, you got backup.
Yes.
I don't mind talking to them again.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if that will put things at ease, but we'll see.
I could practice my punching.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't go with me.
Only if they punch first. You know.
Oh, yes. Oh, dreadful. On that lovely note, I think I'm going to retire for the night. But thank you again, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
You gonna eat that stew? You haven't really touched it.
She picked at it a little bit.
I mean,
It's good, Dav. Thanks. I'm not really that hungry.
well, I mean, if you don't want, I'll finish it.
Sure. She just scoots it across the table.
All right, cool. Again, if you're hungry, eat it. I'm just saying.
No,
I don't like things going to waste.
With a lot on my mind. I'm
Already eating.
not as hungry as I
It was a long day. This is good.
All right.
That will probably be the last one at the table unless someone else is doing anything.
Well, I would say once I'm kind of like watching to see when Euphemia like leaves, and like when either Dav and I are alone or when like she's safely gone, and then immediately I'm like, what was in the book?
Okay.
And I've been dying to know.
I'd be avoiding sitting with Dav alone, for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll.
But I want to do it quietly enough to where like she's not gonna hear.
So
it.
yeah, Eleanor would go off to go to bed, and then Euphemia not wanting to be stuck alone will go off, and then you two would be alone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Please, I know you saw something. What was it?
I'm very big on respecting people's privacy.
I don't know. I don't know if she wanted it secret. Okay. I thought she just wanted to talk about it, but I don't want to do anything that would make her sad. I just also feel like, I don't know. That was really weird.
This isn't my place.
Okay. Just weird stuff starts happening. We might need to have a conversation about this, because that was strange.
For sure. Don't worry, I'll bring it up if it's relevant.
I'm dying to know, but okay. I'll get up and leave. Go to bed. Try and put it out of my mind.
Okay.
I love her so much.
Please, Ellie, please.
Please. I gotta know.
Dav's gonna wait a good 10-15 minutes, kind of slowly eating his stew, kind of like letting everyone else go up to the rooms, and then he's gonna head up, and he just knocks on Eleanora's door, and he slides under a piece of paper, and he'll just dip out. But you'll see on the piece of paper it just says, my brother's name was Micum.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny you did that, because I was about to have her ask, and I think Winnie said something and she didn't. So that's fun. Sorry, what was the name?
Micum.
Micum?
I have it written Maikam. And then I'll knock on Iffy's door.
She'll answer it.
Hey. You good though?
I'll be okay.
You want to talk about it? Let me know. I'll just start walking away.
Thanks. She'll just say quietly.
Yep. And he is going to he's actually gonna take out his books, but he's does this inn let people like sleep downstairs, like just stay in the tavern?
No.
I didn't think so. He's gonna stay there until they close, until he gets kicked out, and then he's gonna sleep outside in the alley. He's just
Sleep
kind of
outside?
keeping a watch. Yep.
Alrighty.
He doesn't trust that something's gonna happen, so he just wanted to stay near.
So for those who have a room, it's 2 more silver pieces for the room.
Okay.
As another night for you. But you all try to find rest. Some easier than others. Yes?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. You said how many silver pieces is a gold? I'm having
It's 10.
math
Like 10
issues.
for everything. So 10
10 for
copper is a
everything.
silver, 10 silver is a gold.
Okay.
So you can mark off a gold and put 8 silver in your inventory as change.
Okay, that works. I was like, how do I do this? Okay, sorry. Continue.
But yeah, you pay your rooms. Dav's sleeping outside. Are all of you attempting to sleep?
Yeah. I mean, eventually I would do my
Okay.
whole routine.
Okay.
But
The other 2 as well, both of you sleeping?
I'm gonna try to sleep. I think I would probably pace around the room for a while and like do my meditating exercise and like try and calm my mind down to sleep.
Give me a wisdom check
For sleeping or no?
for
Just
her.
for her.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was gonna say for.
Just a straight wisdom.
Yeah, I believe it
Or it's
disadvantage
safe.
still because of the shaken.
Oh,
But
at disadvantage. Okay.
there's an
Uh-oh.
ability check, so.
Another one. No.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Just having a hard time.
You
Oh, it's-
you are
This is a bad
attempting
one.
You might be able to talk here soon.
you are attempting to calm down, and you're having trouble. Exhaustion eventually takes you though,
okay.
and you do fall asleep.
Okay. Jeez. This is not a good day.
The other three, I need wisdom saving throws from you, please.
Ooh.
What?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Nat
16.
20, baby.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
I
It's
sleep
fine.
like a feather. 12 for me.
23.
And Winnie?
Oh, 16.
You all find your rest. But you're all plagued with nightmares that evening. Each one of you kind of, to some of the horrors that you've seen, some that you've discussed with the group, some untold horrors that you haven't discussed with the group. But just these images sort of enter your mind as you find rest. It's a little bit rough of a night. Especially for Dav. The cold night and this nightmare plaguing you. You do get a long rest, but you have one level of exhaustion as you wake up the next morning. Everyone
Go run
else
mode.
can mark off a long rest.
Me too, even though I failed the save.
Mm-hmm.
Do we wake
Is
up with
that
like a
other-
sense of like something wrong or like that kind of weird sense or no? Nothing? Okay.
Let me change the data on the screen.
Is that other effect still on for me?
Nope. Your other effects are gone too. Your wisdom
And
Wisdom.
bonus is
back
gone.
down.
It's back to
Mhm.
your
Oh,
original.
right.
Yep.
And yeah, you're not considered like the shaken, homebrew shaken status anymore.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, y'all wake up rested to some degree at least.
Devil, run back to Heidi's and take a shower. Come back.
All right.
Love it.
Try and be the first one at the table.
Okay.
As the first one back at the tavern.
Next, we said we're meeting for breakfast.
Yeah.
And we do wake
Doesn't
up
like
rolls
me
then
cooking
just to
it.
see how early you get up.
That's true.
4. Whoops.
7.
3.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey, being late.
13.
What was that?
13.
13.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Early rising.
Euphemia definitely gets up nice and early. Significantly
So
earlier than
refreshed.
everyone else too. But yeah, you're feeling okay after a rough night. You wake up feeling okay, re-energized, ready to go. And you didn't really have any nightmares last night.
I didn't?
No.
Okay. Huh. I got it out of my system.
What did you do to us?
I don't know you had nightmares.
Yeah, you can get ready. And just wait, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, I would just get up and like freshen up and maybe have a snack or something and wait downstairs for everybody.
Okay. I believe everyone else rolled higher than Dav, so everyone else kind of gets up and do your thing if there's anything.
I would cast Unseen Servant to help me get ready. So.
All right, let me update some things real quick.
I love that so much.
So stupid.
I love it.
Let's see. So
Wow.
we're that, and then you cast Unseen Servant,
Oh, sorry, I can change my spells too.
bringing us to that, and then. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
did a mishap happen?
Nope. You just
No?
cast
Okay,
a
that's
spell,
good.
and your Unseen Servant helps you get ready.
Cool. Helps me style my hair in like a really nice
Updo.
hairstyle. And like, yeah, a really nice updo. And folds all my clothes, makes my bed. All that stuff. Spend the morning by myself, reading a book, journaling a little bit, drawing, drinking a cup of tea. Lovely. And then I come downstairs.
Okay. And Winnie, what are you doing?
I did have nightmares, right?
You did.
Okay. I'm gonna try to kind of like shake them off and just like, I don't know, maybe do some like journaling or something like that, just to kind of get it out of me. Maybe some drawing or something, just relaxing. Maybe get some tea, and then I'll, once I hear activity, I'll go meet Eleanora down the table.
Okay. And Dav, you get up. You look inside. You see Euphemia sitting at the table. You've not gone back
Oh, by
yet.
the gods. Oh, man. I'll just walk in without getting showered then.
Okay.
You just see like his face pop up from like the window from the alley. Just...
Yeah, he's got like the bedhead stuff going. He looks really tired as he walks in.
Did you sleep outside?
Yeah.
But why?
Is it just Euphemia at the table or the other two?
Currently, yeah, just her. They're upstairs getting ready because they rolled just slightly higher than you. So
I'll sit down and just go, in case anything from the asylum showed up.
Why would anything from the asylum show up?
I don't know. Don't know why you were affected last night, so I have to cover all the bases. I usually have a way to set up an alarm. I just didn't have it yesterday, so I decided to be the alarm, and I missed my alarm. Like I said, you don't need to talk about it. I just want to make sure you're safe. We're a team, right?
I appreciate that.
Are you done with this coffee?
You can have it.
It's better when it's hot.
You didn't sleep well.
Nope. Probably about talking too much stuff yesterday.
What
Sure,
do you mean?
I mean, losing a whole city of people is not a non-traumatic thing. I just don't like talking about it, and so I probably had nightmares about it. You know?
You had nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought a rat was nibbling my toe a couple times, and just woke up and it wasn't. I had a lot of weird dreams.
Sorry.
What are you sorry about? It's not like you're the god of dreams or anything.
I know what it's like.
Oh, well. Whatever. So, you want to buy me a coffee?
I'm just gonna glance at the cup that's sitting there that's already empty.
I'm really tired.
I can get you another coffee, it's fine.
That'd be great.
I can't believe his freeloading works so much.
And I was gonna say.
I think it just throws people off.
I didn't get a
They're like,
sandwich the other day. What are you talking about?
guess.
The freeloading works so much.
No, with other people.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, are they done yet? I mean, they're supposed to be done by now.
They'll be here.
Mm.
It's just like a pot of complimentary coffee that's put up on the.
I love that
front.
he's freeloading free coffee.
Perfect.
Even better.
Do you have any nuts yet? Like, like the peanuts that you just grab? No, is that just for the night? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Never mind.
It just kind of gives you a look. You didn't stay here.
Technically, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't stay here. Thanks for the coffee.
I'll pay for it. How much is it?
That's
Fine,
right.
it's-
I didn't sleep inside.
It's fine, whatever. Oh, you slept outside?
You're not charging for your alleyway, are you? I guess technically it could be trespassing. I won't do it again. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the local guard's gonna be knowing about this.
Sorry. I'm not a. I am homeless. It won't happen again. How much for breakfast? I got money.
Just give me a silver and we'll call it good.
2 silver. Please don't call the guard.
It's fine, whatever. My boss will probably care more than I do. Just
Yep. Also, never mind. Not a good time for advertising. It's all right.
what? I just look so confused.
Look, I feel like I lost an hour. All right, my bad. I'm still waking up.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm just tired. I didn't
Oh.
sleep well.
Okay.
I
And
don't
we
have
have
anything to drink either.
rooms.
Wish I had
So
something to drink.
that's advertising for you. We got rooms with beds you can sleep in.
That's expensive. It's fine.
Just shakes his head and walks away from you.
Wait, does breakfast come with a bed?
Yeah, it's complimentary for a room.
I just paid silver for a breakfast. Yeah, I see. All right, maybe it is worth it.
He just keeps walking away to go do something else away from you.
See, it happens all the time.
Do we come down?
Yeah, now you can come down.
Please.
Yep. You may come
Can I
down.
stop this?
You have permission to enter the scene now.
Just
Can I
makes me
please
so much
stop them
second
from
entrance.
shoveling deeper and deeper and deeper.
I'm not gonna rescue him either. Sorry.
Yeah. Come out. You can probably smell perfume in the hallway. And she goes downstairs.
Oh, you smell good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Self-consciously.
Can attract a lot of monsters that way.
I don't think
We're
we're
not
behind
hunting
today.
them today.
Thank you. Yes, it's very important for appearance, Dav'Ril. Speaking of which, you look atrocious. What is...
He slept outside.
Oh dear. Why did you sleep outside?
Protection.
Huh? From what?
Euphemia?
Not from Euphemia.
It's very chivalrous. That's very gentlemanly.
He
God,
You
pretends
need to run a
be
brush
top
through
hat.
you need to run a brush through your hair or something. This is not good.
Presentation.
I do a couple of prestidigitations on the
No, don't.
his clothes.
Stop it. He parts the hair, all that stuff.
So you do a
Dust goes
couple of prestidigitations, do you?
I do.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Girl!
Let's see.
He
First
turns pink
one.
again.
Oh,
No.
mine's really pink.
You feel that static energy rising as you continue to cast it.
No, no.
Stop! I would just do two. I don't think I'd push it any more
Yep.
than that.
I got 2.
Okay,
Trust
that's
me,
good.
I rolled 2.
Oh, okay, cool. Just yeah, the big things of dust on him.
So as you do that, You cast the first one, and you kind of get some of the dust off of him. You cast the second one. Okay. So, as you cast the second one, Dav'Ril, you're kind of like pushing her away. Everyone's watching you do this, and you cast. And then you begin to notice, like, starting with her fingertips, they start turning gray, and it starts to spread up her hand. And Eleanora, you start to, like, look at your hand, but your fingers no longer bend. And you start to feel like they're getting heavier, and it continues to spread up your hand. You can't close your hand anymore. And then it spreads up your arms.
We need to cut off your arms. What's happening?
And you just kind of have this, like, worried expression probably come across your face as the rest of you just continues to turn this grayish color. And she's just frozen there, made of stone.
What? Are you kidding me?
For
What?
It was a matter of time.
That answers my question. I guess bad things can happen. From a cantrip?
Are her eyes
Alright.
moving? What, like, can we like test, like,
Can
she like make any noises? Yeah, I was like, can we make it? Is she
Don't,
okay?
don't touch her. Don't knock her over. Just look.
Let me roll something real quick. We just had a lower one, so we'll lower that too. Okay, there we go. So yeah, she's just sitting there. She's stone now.
Stone, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're looking her over. You can roll medicine or investigation, your choice.
I just wanted Dab to look presentable.
No.
But you can't.
Oh my lord.
I got a 14 medicine.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, you said medicine or investigation?
Yeah, your choice.
What'd
What
you
you'd
say?
like to do.
Okay. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'll do medicine.
Just knock
15.
her.
15. Okay. Euphemia, she's not made of human material anymore. This is like a statue in front of you. So it's very, very concerning to you, medicine speaking. And Winnifred, yeah, she is entirely stone. Like her belongings, everything on her is stone now.
So,
we-
Where did
the three of us now, I guess.
Wait, but the rest of the stuff wore off after a while. This will wear off, right? Everything else.
But is
You're
she
pink, you're regular colored now. You're not pink anymore. Maybe she'll be fine in a few hours.
But is she like okay in there? You can't breathe if you're stone.
I don't know if she needs to breathe anymore.
And
if she's
suddenly,
stone.
Eleanor, you start to turn back to your normal color and you regain consciousness. And you can begin to move and your color returns. Like, you remember turning, but that's like all you remember. There's nothing in between that.
Okay.
It's only been like a minute.
So I don't
but-
know how long it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
That
welcome
would,
back.
be, that would be horrible in battle, by the way. Let's just say this. Thank God that this has been a chill interaction. We're not a minute in battle because that would be rough. Anyway.
Being knocked over in battle too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just had a shiv. I wish it were beans.
Yes.
Bean
There you go.
monster.
Yeah, Eleanora just is you know, and then she kind of almost sits back and in the chair that she was
Oh,
what was that? What?
You were stone.
How long? How long?
like
I just
a minute. You're fine.
We
That's
were
why-
nervous that it would not wear off, so we're glad to see you back.
You think it's because you were being stiff about appearances?
I don't really know if this is the time to joke right now. She's got.
I thought it was a good
That
pun.
was
No,
just a
okay.
joke,
I was trying to
I
make her feel better. I got
That's
a couple
horrible.
of them actually. You okay?
Oh,
Can you see?
yes. She smooths her hair. Yes, I am perfectly All right. That makes me very much want to cast magic all the time. Oh, wow. We need to run a brush through your hair, Dav'Ril, before we go, I think. She's like trying to recover so hard, but you could tell she's like really, wow, that was scary.
Yeah, that was rough.
So, okay, so I guess we
So
already
that
want
can
to test this
happen.
anyway. Can any even small spell do really big things then?
Yeah, that was a small spell.
Yes,
Oh.
that was nothing hardly.
I was too scared to even check if you were alive because it'd be another spell.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
Should we be really careful then every time we do spells, or
I mean, magic is what I can do, so if we hunt monsters, that's what I have to do.
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, but hey, out of all the things that have happened so far, it's a lot more positive than bad. We can continue to test this theory.
Well, this actually makes me feel like we must test it.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
if
Can I
we
do Spare the
can't...
Dying on her? See if it does anything.
All right.
As his hands come, she's just like, give me a minute, but it's too late.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, if you cast it, I mean, it doesn't do anything because she's not unconscious or anything.
Dying.
But
He's just letting the surge of magic happen.
Oh, give me a moment to recover fully, Dav'Ril. This was a little traumatizing. It's like, no, I did not notice anything. No.
This might not be
in his
the
book.
place to experiment either. I mean,
Yeah, we don't want to. If it's like,
gestures at the inn.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe it would be better to go to a place where no one else can get hurt besides just us.
It's actually a good point.
I
Because
agree.
you said explosions and stuff could happen. I mean, that's scary.
I mean, yes, I don't know what he was working on that could have triggered that, but yes, explosions for sure. We don't want to hurt anybody. So,
Well, hey, at least we didn't have to buy a potion to unturn you from stone.
Well, I don't think a potion would work because you can't.
How do you put it in her?
Stone.
She's stone.
That's a good point.
I mean, I think that's where you would have to go find
We
someone.
were about to
of
have
the-
tryouts and everything. Yeah.
Well, no, that's where you would have to go find someone that could reverse it, I'm sure, but I just don't know who it would be.
Could have dragged you to Mr. Hawks's place, see if they know anything.
Potentially. I've had someone come to me. Oh, I don't like thinking about that. All right, well, shall we go? Where are we going first? Are we going to go see Heidi, or should we stop by
think
Mr. Hawks's first?
Heidi first.
Heidi
Yeah, I think Heidi
first?
As long as we don't just stay in place.
Oh.
Because of the stone, but she's fine now, so it's okay.
No, for that joke, I am doing your hair, Dav'Ril. And I stand
Oh.
up, and I literally, like, am pulling out a brush out of my bag, and I'm standing over him.
Fine.
And, like,
I'm
I'm
gonna
literally
take a
taking
shower.
his ponytail out, and I'm starting to brush it. And
I haven't taken
styling
that
it.
out in like a week.
Stay still. Do not be a child. That's I'm like.
First time you guys see him with like long hair.
And then I brush it out. I tie it back in the style he does
Oh,
it, but
that's so
probably a little
hard.
neater.
He's like a little kid the whole time too. Like,
Yeah.
they're not.
She's like, just sit still. It'll be over soon. She's like,
Cast another cantrip on you.
she like does yank a little bit on my hair. Slightly. But I'm ready now after Davis
Oh,
looking presentable.
Torturing him.
Heidi's on.
Is Mr. Hawks' thing on the way?
I mean, you're
is it out of the
close
way?
to the market right now. You have to walk all the way over to the other, the lower west district, which is.
I mean, do you guys even have any
Further
money
away.
to buy anything?
I
That
didn't
was
spend
part of
any
what
of
I
my
was
money
thinking.
yesterday. No, I just have to mail a letter. That's all I want to do.
Oh.
But whatever's closest, we can go to first.
Yeah, closest is the market right now.
Which is where it is.
You are close to
where
the
Heidi
market
is.
where Mr. Hawks' shop is.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was in the market or not.
No.
So.
So,
That's, I mean, whatever anybody wants to do is fine. I just need to see Heidi and then would be busy for a while.
Yes. Yes, I wanted to mail the letter there, and also if Mr. Hawks had any ideas of maybe what items that could help with the creature inside Alexander. He said he might know. Something to save up for the future. That's all I wanted to do. But if we want to go to Heidi's first, that's fine. I didn't realize that...
I mean, do we all have to go together?
No, I suppose I could meet you at Heidi's if you like. That's fine with me. You can start the discussion. I will come in later. You can experiment a little bit. Heidi seemed to love that. And I can take a break from experimenting for a few minutes and compose myself.
It's up to you guys. I'm just bringing out options.
I don't mind either way.
Well, I guess Heidi's gonna tell us more about this escort, right? So, might as well
You probably
have
should be
everybody
there. Yeah, you probably should be there for that, too.
Yes.
Cool.
We can just all walk
On a trip.
together.
okay. So, a quick stopping at the magic box, and then to Heidi's, or are you doing other where?
Magic, yeah.
Magic box
The
first?
magic box is on the way. I feel like Eleanora is a little eager to just like get this sent out ASAP.
I mean, that's
So-
closer, so it's fine that you can stop there
Mhm.
first.
If anybody wants my breakfast, I have plenty left. It just puts them in the middle of the table, thinking in case anyone else wants it.
I will
Oh, that
take
he.
some.
Yeah, there's like a good third left because he bought a.
And also, whatever is like a bread or whatever else is there, I'm gonna like put it in a little napkin and like try it up and then put it in my bag for later.
Oh,
there
Eleanor's
you go.
just trying so hard not to like. She's judging so much right now, but she just doesn't say anything.
Oh look, I'll notice be like, what if I got hungry later? I'm gonna
Yes,
snack.
exactly. No, it's
Oh
smart.
yes, this is it. Of course, Winnifred.
Your brain energized.
I get hungry really easily.
I feel like she doesn't like when she does it. She doesn't go like, like it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a huge
But
thing.
even
I
if
mean,
it's like a, even if it's like a
just, like,
slight
it's a-
like,
it's almost like a look like, all right, we're doing that,
yeah.
type of thing.
Oh, come on, Eleanor, loosen up. Oh, wait. Sorry. That was another.
Not funny. It's not funny. Don't make me brush your hair
Oh.
again,
A
Dav'Ril.
little bit, actually. All right, let's go.
All right.
I heard about it being pink yesterday all day, so.
So you walk over to the magic box quick. You walk into the market. You see again the big storefront with the opening box on the top of it. There is an individual out front who's just kind of watching, sees you guys come up. Mind the other lines. Just
Of course.
I'll just wait outside for
Okay.
everybody.
everyone else going in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stand outside with Euphemia.
You were also staying out. Okay.
Sure.
Winnie and
Being
Eleanor.
slighted by Mr. Hawks is he's sad now.
As you to enter, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay,
Oh,
19.
4. I don't like those lines.
Yeah, Winnie, you just hate those lines and want to keep away from them.
Don't like the line.
Eleanor, you're just kind of like walking in carefree at this point. You don't really feel any sense of anything.
Okay, just watch Winnie like.
You do see the same kind of weird, like, silhouette-y walls that are up there, like the grayish colors, and then the front desk over there with the different rows of goods.
Yeah, I'm on a mission, so I just go straight to the bell.
Front desk? Okay. You ring the
Mhm.
bell.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
You can do something. What do you want to do?
While we're doing that, can I just look for books on like nightmares or like magically influenced or something like that? I don't think I have anything about that, but I feel like I want to look
You
for
can
something that
push
would be.
ruse with the investigation if you'd
Yeah.
like.
Okay. Oh, please, please. I because we're almost at the end of the session, probably, I'm gonna use my advantage dice because I
Sure.
want to
Oh
see
yeah,
him.
forgot about that.
Go
Oh
crazy.
yeah, went for into a 19. 3 to a 19.
So you're just kind of looking around while she goes up there. You ring the bell, and over walks an individual who becomes visible. Make sure I got the right one. I hope this worked. You do
Did
see
it work?
the form of this old man, white beard. Mr. Hawks approaches. Hello. Good to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Hawks. It's a pleasure to see you as well. How do you fare this morning?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
What can I help you with?
Well, I first of all would like to mail this letter to somewhere in Rise. Did your assistant Eden?
Yes.
She said that was possible.
Yeah, we can take care of that. How early are you looking to have this delivered? Any rush on it?
I suppose it depends on the price. I would like it as soon as possible, but
Okay, so rush
It
delivery.
depends. If possible.
You'll have to give it to our attendant here. And call it. Hey, over. And it's like the attendant kind of looks over and comes over. This woman would like a letter mailed out. 7 gold for it. Just nods. Okay.
Is there a way we can ensure it does get to Rise? I know that sometimes there are those mishaps that will happen that makes that hard.
Well, nothing is a guarantee, but we're pretty consistent on how we can do this.
All right, so there's not as much of a worry that it won't arrive.
We have an established trade connection, so it's pretty reliable.
All right, that's good to know. How fast does a rush one get you?
To Rise, we can get it there probably by today.
Yes.
Delivered by
All right.
today, yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right. Yes, please ensure it does so. This is very important to me. And I just hand over 7 gold.
Okay. So the guy will take your letter and the 7 gold. Make sure this gets delivered right away.
And if a letter is delivered back to me, I instructed them to just leave it here. Is that acceptable?
We can hold the letter for a while, yeah?
All right. Yes, I would appreciate it. I'm a bit displaced at the moment, so I would rather feel more easier at heart if I could pick it up here. If something returns to me.
Sure. That sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Hawks, I also know we spoke yesterday about potentially figuring out a way or something to start aiming for when it comes to that particular monster I told you about. Have you given some thought, or do you need any more details of something that...
More details would be great. I can't really go off of anything if I don't have details.
All right. So I give like a quick summary of my encounter, I guess.
Okay.
Just that like I saw like him arguing with himself, making bargains. I saw telekinetic abilities, the white hair streak. I say like all of that. Again, she's never just trying to hide it, but so she's pretty forthright with like what happened and
Just kind of looks. Well, there is some magic that is somewhat higher level magic that does give someone the ability to move things with their mind. It's a spell, so require someone to cast it. But someone can have it up for about 10 minutes where they can continue to use it. So it could be a spell. I've also heard of some creatures that do have natural abilities like that, more psionic abilities that they can do. Some people are trained in arts like that.
What type of creatures?
I mean, you could learn it potentially.
Oh. All right.
So it may not even be a creature, it could just be a person. But it's really vague right now. I don't have a lot to go off of. If you ever get more details, you can feel free to bring them by and I can see what I can do to help. But with what you're describing, it could be anything.
That's just been my fear as well. All right. Is there anything that would help against anything like telekinetic or something that gets in your head that could help like prevent that if I would to ever encounter such a thing again?
Well, I've heard stories about some people who encounter this telekinetic stuff, and if they're strong enough, they can sometimes withstand it and stand up to it and not be thrown about by it. More mental things, you might want to find items that would help prevent things from affecting your mind.
All right. I'm sure that they are quite expensive.
They do have a cost to them, yes.
Yes. What is the price range, just so I know?
Some of the things, lower end, probably in the range of a few hundred gold for it. If it gets a little higher up, it's going to be up in the thousands of gold, most likely.
Right. All right. Well, any information helps, so I appreciate your insight. If I hear of anything else, I'll let you know. But for now, I think I will just have to see what other ends I can find.
Okay. I will be glad to help with whatever I can if you get me more detail. For now, wish you luck.
Thank you.
We'll make sure that letter gets delivered.
Yes, thank you. I might check in tomorrow.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Very welcome. He'll pay it off and go back to a silhouette in the behind the counter. Meanwhile, Winnie, you're looking for a book. What was your role again?
I wanted to find anything on like nightmares, like especially like maybe worsening since the shutter, or like I don't know, just something on anything on nightmares I could find, because I just had them. Obviously, Chimie says she's been having them and had like a waking one. I wanted to see if I could find anything on it.
Yeah, what was your role for that? You used your advantage
19.
type? 19? Okay.
19.
So you begin to sort of look through the sections, and you do find some, like a small section of books that look like they're written about dreams and the dream realm, basically.
Dream and dream realm. Okay. Do I find anything interesting in there or not really?
I mean, you have to take time to read it, and that's kind of gonna take a while. But you pull out one, and it's got like it talks about just a quick glance at it. It talks about how there's a dream realm and a nightmare realm, and both exist almost like two sides of a coin. And it real brief overview, you can see that there is a dream goddess named Dalmanate, and there is a dream or nightmare god named Zogvest.
I remember them.
Yeah.
Can I go over to the clerk and ask how much the book is?
Yeah, so you bring it over to the clerk and looks at it. Can let this go for, we'll do 5 gold.
Yeah, and I'll pay.
All right.
I'm gonna be bored today anyway. I need to do some reading.
You
You
purchased
guys
your
ever
book?
hear that song, that like really operatic song, just like Dalpine? That's everything.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right. So you have your book. Eleanora's finished up with her business, and yeah, you can meet back out front.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you say anything the whole time, Dav's just gonna be chilling.
I think she would mostly be quiet. I think all she would say very quietly to Dav at some point is just, I don't know if the asylum was connected to what I saw. That's all she's gonna say.
Yeah, the little one saw that the book was important to you, at least. I didn't tell her anything.
I appreciate that.
Personal?
You could say that, yes.
I get it. Just don't let this go too far before trusting someone. If it is relevant.
If it's relevant.
But we don't know if it is.
Right.
Feel like I owe you a secret in exchange. Feels weird. Not that I know if it's big or not to you, but how about this? Got injured in the attack on my city. It's why I talk like this. Not really too big of a secret, but I don't do this on purpose.
By the creature?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. I won't say anything unless you want me to.
Now we both got something. That's what Eleanora says. It's like an exchange of trust, I guess. I don't know. She taught me that yesterday.
Well, we do need to trust each other to some extent if we're going to work together, so.
I trust you. So far.
Likewise.
Are you one of those you gotta earn the trust things, or you have it till it's broken? I'm one of those you have it till it's broken.
I like people to show me that they can be trusted,
Good to know.
but I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt unless something happens.
Appreciate it.
Depends to what extent, I guess. So.
That's fair. I like earning it.
She'll just smile a little bit and then very much so, like, maybe even step away a little, like, this conversation is over. Disengage.
Yeah, this whole time he's
done.
been like acting like
Yes.
he's not really talking to her, but kind of like talking out of the side of his mouth in case like
Yeah.
no one inside knows that they're like having a discussion. Yeah, they're
Right.
doing, yeah, for sure.
Very covert.
All right. But the other two exit out when he's got a book with her.
What did you buy?
Oh, I bought a book. I don't know. I had nightmares last night, like kind of a lot of them, and I don't know. It sounds like just maybe we want to keep an eye on that. I don't know. I want to know more about it.
Yeah, nightmares too.
Yeah, something weird's going on, so I just wanted to
did
see
as
if we
well.
could.
You. All three of
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's weird. That's definitely weird.
That's weird.
uncanny.
And I can't help but just feel like maybe the more we knew about just, I don't know, nightmares or dreams in general, it might kind of help. Maybe not, though, but could just be some reading for board.
Kind of general statement. Any of y'all ever had like really intense dreams before?
It
Like,
doesn't everybody.
no,
Told you
not like
yesterday.
more than just like a dream, but like,
Visions or something?
yeah, more like a vision dream. Like you,
Yesterday.
Yeah.
it's true.
No.
Have we at all, Mark, or no? Would that be common or not? No, okay. No, nothing like that. Just, and mine were just regular night. I mean, they were bad nightmares, but they were just regular nightmares. It wasn't like a vision or something.
No, just curious.
Was just worse than normal, Dav'Ril? Or why are you saying that?
I had a nightmare last night. So where are we going next?
You know, Dav'Ril, it's fine that you're being elusive, but I think we're probably going to circle back around to this at some point.
Oh no, that one's not important. It
I
was
see.
probably just fever.
A lot of intense things did happen yesterday, like we said.
Yes. Yes, well, to Heidi's then.
All right.
Get paid to take a shower.
So begin
What a
your
life.
journey over to Heidi's shop, and that's where we'll end today as you venture over that direction. We'll pick up there next week for some more mystical mishaps. But thank you for joining us so much. We really do appreciate you, and we love you all so much. Bye.